Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning from wherever you are. And it's finally happened. Vince McMahon has retired.
He has been waiting to just
Spit it out,
say it like
Jose.
that too.
Spit it out.
I'm legit just finding this out. So if you guys are like wondering, no, I'm not joking. I literally just found this out.
So, full disclosure, Jose came on the stream thinking we were going to do a video on I Am Groot.
I
said to him, what do you think about the news that Vince McMahon has retired? And he was like, wait, what?
This is my face. This is legit my face. Like, I'm like, no. I don't want to fucking believe it. I refuse to accept that. It's like, okay, it's like, like when Kobe passed away, like, we all didn't want to believe it. It was like when Michael Jackson passed away. You didn't want to believe it. This is one of those moments you're never going to forget where the fuck you were when this happened. Like, you're going to bookmark the day, the time, what you were wearing, what you were eating, all that kind of stuff. You will never forget this day. This is one of those days. It's that
very
big.
Easy for me to remember as well, because today is my dad's birthday. He would have been 73 years old, bless him. But he left us 2 years ago, almost. But it's going to be easy to remember. On my dad's birthday, Vince McMahon fucked off. It's been a mixed bag week for me because I got offered a job on Monday. My shed burnt down on Tuesday, and now Vince McMahon retires, which the Vince McMahon thing is more of a kind of consumerist.
I need to text my friend. I'm going to text my friends right now.
You go right ahead. So what I'm going to do, I am going to read out Vinnie Mac's statement. And for some reason, my computer is playing silly tits. Oh, I know why it's playing silly tits, because my tripod is touching something that it shouldn't be touching. So, right. Where is he? Okay. Vince McMahon is retiring from WWE. He stated, as I approach 77 years old, I feel it's time for me to retire as chairman and CEO of WWE, McMahon said in a statement released by the sports entertainment company. Throughout the years, it's been a privilege to help WWE bring you joy, inspire you, thrill you, surprise you, and always entertain you. You spent most of that time pissing us all off. I would like to thank my family for mightily contributing to our success. Your poor wife suffered through it. And I would also like to thank all our past, present superstars and employees for the dedication and passion for our brand by treating them like they're contractors and not actual employees, and yet controlling absolutely everything they do.
You're an independent contractor, you fuck.
Yeah. Most importantly, I would like to thank our fans for allowing us into your homes every week and being your choice of entertainment. I hold the deepest appreciation and admiration for our generations of fans all over the world who have liked, currently like, and sometimes even love our form of sports entertainment. Yeah.
I got to throw the BS flag on that last little statement because he treated every Southern fan of his with contempt.
I agree. I'll just finish off reading the final part of the statement. Our global audience can take comfort in knowing WWE will continue to entertain you with the same fervor, dedication, and passion as always. It'll probably get better now that you're not there. McMahon continued, I am extremely confident in the continued success of the WWE. I'll leave our company in the capable hands of an extraordinary group of superstars, employees, and executives. In particular, both chairwoman and co-CEO Stephanie McMahon and co-CEO Nick Khan, who they need to get rid of next. As a majority shareholder, I will continue to support the WWE in any way I can. My personal thanks to our community, business partners, shareholders, board of directors for their guidance, support through the years, then, now, forever, together. So, that's a statement. Before we move on and I get your thoughts on it, I want to quickly say that I really hope that the next play is to try and oust Nick Khan from the company, because he is just as much a cancer to the company as Vince McMahon was. So that being said, what are your guys' thoughts? Dixie, we'll go with you.
Okay, I think the next one that should be on the retirement block is Triple H. Reason being is not that I hate him or that he mismanages everything, but a lot of his position in the company is through nepotism because he married Stephanie. which there's a whole bunch of shadiness with that. That being said, yeah, I hope it goes more of a indie / type direction with a lot of the bookings and stuff. Now that we don't have the specter of Vince McMahon over it.
Cool. Jose?
I forgive me, please. I never fucking thought we would hear the words Vince McMahon retires. I swear, I never thought we would hear that.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought he would die at
Same
work.
here. Same here.
Yeah, we all did.
Like, okay, so the next step is Triple H. He's going to probably be battling Nick Khan for the heir apparent. I think this could lead to internal collapse if they don't get their shit together. I really do. Now is all hands on deck, because with Vince gone, it's got to be an all hands on deck situation. You need to overhaul creative now. Now. I'm not talking about like, oh, let's lay out, let's wait and see where we go in 3 months. No, now. Tonight's the night. SmackDown's on. I know they're probably rewriting the fuck out of it right now. But I think starting at SummerSlam, it's time for a new era in WWE altogether. It really is. Things have to change.
Yeah, I think after SummerSlam, they need to bring in a new era.
Yes.
They need to go back to the board. They need to fucking treat their employees as employees and not contractors.
Yes, sir.
They need a massive overhaul. Nick Khan definitely has to go.
And here's the thing.
People don't like Stephanie McMahon. Gone.
I apologize to cut you off, and I apologize if I cut you guys off ahead of time, so I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
No worries. Go ahead.
Vince is guilty. If he's retiring, he's guilty. 100%. It's over. Like, there's no coming back from this for Vince.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get to that in 1 second. I mean, Stephanie McMahon now, let's see if she now does Stephanie McMahon and not trying to be like Vince, because the problem that kept alienating her from everyone and people didn't like it is that she was trying to be like her dad, and she's not like her dad. She's actually supposed to be a nice person. So let's see how she changes now that her dad's fucked off. Second to that, Gary, it's not the sex scandals that did him in. It's the fact that he used company money to pay off the people he had sex with. I'm not going to say it's an affair because he's not married anymore.
And it's also the fact that that's clear violation of the company. Like, it's not necessarily the hush money thing. It's the fact that you cannot do this. Like, it's a clause that, like when you're in the corporate world, you cannot have relations with a fellow employee. I don't care if it's like talent or the board or office or whatever. It's a code of conduct. You cannot do this. And he did that. So it's over regardless.
No, to be clear, because again, it's not the sex stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's irrelevant, because he was doing that even.
It's company money policy.
It's that he took company money, shareholders' profits, and used it to pay off women he had sex with. Again, I'm not saying it's an affair because he's been separated with Linda.
I mean, for those
there's nothing wrong with what he did.
It's how he did
in terms of having sex with somebody else.
Yeah.
It's that he.
It's how
company money.
Yeah. I mean, the fact is, you cannot do this, because in a corporate PR speak, like if anyone else did this, like if freaking like Jeff Bezos did this, it'd be over. He would never recover from this, because now what's going to happen to WWE internally, stock wise, the stock is going down. It's inevitable, because whenever a CEO goes through something like this, profit margins are going to take a hit for a bit. So the WWE stock is going to tank. So now, if I were you guys, I would probably plan on buying some stock. Just saying.
Well, I mean, it could be another. What happens is, if the stock tanks and they could sell their shares to certain individuals, I always know there could always be the prospect of private equity firms floating around and getting their paws into everything. It could be part of the plan by Nick Khan to just kind of get the cup. But I think, no, I'm probably talking bollocks. The reality is they want him gone. He pissed off the shareholders. He shouldn't have did what he did in their eyes, and they want him gone. And because all the scandals came out, now that he's just too toxic to have around.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if they're going to sell the company, they don't want him around doing anything. So let's see. Liam says Nick Khan is lining up buyers and licking his lips. 100%.
Oh, it's going to NBC.
100%.
It's going to NBC. We've said that for years. I mean, if you go back and you listen to Ginger and I like a few videos ago, we called it like, I want to say about a year ago, we both said like it's going to get sold to NBC. 100%.
Without doubt.
I predict that within 5 years they're being sold, or even sooner.
Yeah,
it's
Nick
going
Khan's
to be sold.
Sole intention that it's probably the worst decision they ever made was bringing him in, because they'll be like, yeah, money, but he absolutely destroyed that company.
I'm going to do an impression of you. Look at all this money we're making. Look. Oh, yeah, goddamn, pal. But yeah, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to keep doing what the fuck I'm doing. And y'all going to keep, having orgasms over this money. This is such good shit. God damn it.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute. Where's all the talent gone? Oh, don't worry about it. Wait a minute. Where's all these people gone? Don't worry about it. Who are these fucking people? Don't worry about
money.
it.
Oh, yeah. Money.
Yeah. All right. Money. Yeah.
Yep.
So, it's okay. So we've talked about that. So we've talked about the CEO part of it. And I just want to get my 2 cents in. I fucking hate Vince McMahon. I've always hated Vince McMahon. Mm-hmm. I hate what he did to the wrestling business. I know he gave it the kind of the big shabam and brought it thrusting into the limelight with WWE and WrestleMania, but he did it at the detriment of all the other territories. He destroyed wrestling, and if it wasn't for Ted Turner, there wouldn't be other companies around. Any other company that existed after WWE's rise was not making any money. Smoky Mountain Wrestling and all these kind of things went under because of WWE. Too. Sorry?
All the little outlaw promotions too.
Mm-hmm. All the outlaw, all of it. He destroyed and he nearly did it again. It was a couple of years ago when WWE did their aggressive expansion around the rise of NXT UK.
Yep, and
what happened there
over your country. He literally took your indie scene and said, "Fuck you."
That's exactly it. And he nearly did it in Japan. And if it wasn't for COVID, it probably would have succeeded.
And he would have got Asia. He would have got Italy. He would have got everybody.
Yep, Germany. He would have got them all. Mm-hmm. Australia, everything. He was trying to monopolize the industry to stop. To basically stop them from going to he was trying to crush AEW by doing what he does best. And that is take over everywhere to crush it, to put everything out of business so AEW could possibly sink. However, it backfired thanks to COVID. Then I think like Nick Khan came in and Nick Khan was like, no, we're not going to do this. No, forget the expansion in Japan. Start firing loads of employees. We're just going to streamline this company. We're going to make it more profitable and get ready to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that's the only reason they did what they did.
Because here's my theory, and I know you guys will agree with this. Vince McMahon knows his time is coming because he's almost 80 years old, and he's like, I'm going to get out. Like, I think there was always this time where it was like, I'm looking to sell. I'm looking to get the hell out. And now his theory is, okay, these allegations are pretty serious. Wall Street Journal is not going to let up, and we know they're not. Stories are going to continue coming out after the fact. Vince was looking to get out, I think, by 80 years old and go enjoy his golden years. But now I don't think he's going to get to do that.
Yeah. Dixie, you want to add anything before I move on?
No, go ahead and keep moving.
All right. Phony Beatlemaniacs, I'm not going to sit here and talk about the good that Vince has done because the good that he's done is this much.
I'm going to say I am going to say, though, I will praise Mr. McMahon. I will, to an extent, miss Mr. McMahon, but Mr. McMahon is 12 years
the character.
Yeah, the character.
The character was great. Don't get me wrong. That's one of the few good things. As the Mr. McMahon character,
I'm going to miss that.
Era,
yeah.
He was as much a part of it as Stone Cold, as The Rock, as all of them.
Easily.
Okay, and to say otherwise, it would be petty and wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't think Mr. McMahon is the greatest heel authority figure or an authority figure ever, you're wrong. Period. That's all it needs
Yeah,
to be said.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But in terms of how he treated his employees, and again, another bad thing, as soon as Nick Khan came in, he kind of alerted Vince McMahon to hang on, they're getting sponsorship from Bang, they're doing Twitch, they're earning money from this, that, and the other. He goes, we can't have that. And
Nope.
then a lot of the superstars were arguing, well, hang on a second, I'm an independent contractor. You can't fucking tell me that I can't have this. And then they hastily brought in new contracts
And
to
this
say,
is
hey, if
Yep.
you want to sign up again with us, you have to give up or give us a percentage of your profits.
and
And
this
that's
is
what
what
a huge chunk of people left.
this is one of my greatest regrets. I wish Jesse Ventura ran for the Senate here in the United States, because if he did, he would have started a senatorial investigation as to why these wrestlers are classified as independent contractors, but are treated as employees by WWE. I wish he would have done it. I really do.
Oh, that would have been great. Or if
Mhm.
and there was also the possibility of Andrew Yang, who would have gone on to be,
Yeah.
if he was given a position of, I think, employment or something like that. I can't remember.
Secretary of Employment.
Yeah.
That's the one. And he said that one of his first jobs will be to go after the WWE and make sure that everyone is put in as an employee with health benefits and all of that, and not
Because
as a contractor.
And here's the thing, too. Kevin Nash said in a shoot promo, but he really meant this on WCW Nitro. He said, these sons of bitches don't pay for our health insurance. They don't pay for our Medicare, Medicaid. They don't even pay for our Social Security, and they don't. You have to be a lifer in WWE to get benefits. If you are an announcer, if you're an interviewer, if you are camera crew or whatever, you are okay. But if you are an in-ring talent, you're not. You're responsible for your own health insurance. They don't cover you.
Yeah, not only that, but also their schedules are fucking insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're on the road 300 plus days a year.
Yep.
Sometimes doing double shots.
That's just insanity. I like Liam's comment. Andrew Yang was planning on doing that for about 5 minutes. Yeah, then he got bored and he launched a third party. Now he's bored of that, and now he's just trying to get other people to launch a third party.
Yep.
Yeah. He doesn't pay his workers health care. He treats great talents badly. Punk, RVD, Kennedy. Well, exactly. Like, and the thing is, like, again, one of my hatreds for Vince McMahon is his inability to let people flourish on their own merit. It's been so rare that he's allowed that to happen. But in the PG era, he just would not allow it. He would not allow wrestlers to get over by themselves. It's rarely happened. This is why we had John Cena for so long. This is why we've had fucking what's his name now, the Chief,
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, reigning supreme for so long. This is why there is a talented roster that is just simply not getting over, because Vince McMahon, after a while, he just became more of a control freak. He got worse than what he already was.
And you want to know the ironic thing? Did you guys know the Attitude Era was originally never supposed to happen?
Yep, I did know that.
Yep, we were never supposed to have that.
Because was a happy accident.
Because Vince's vision was always comic book. It was always Batman versus the Joker. It was always Superman versus Lex Luthor. That was always his vision. He always wanted wrestling to be presented as a kiddie, good versus evil thing.
Like a comic book.
Yeah, and he hates the Attitude Era. He did not want to do it. The only reason he went there was because Triple H and Shawn told him, dude, you're out of touch. You need to let us go. We're not going to win this fight against WCW if you don't let us go. And he admitted at the time, I'm out of touch. That was one of the rare times Vince openly admitted it. That he's like, I don't have it.
He allowed Vince Russo to come in and do fucking Jerry Springer style shit. And it worked. To be fair, it worked. And it saved their ass. If Vince didn't relinquish control back then, that little bit, WWE would have gone.
Yeah.
It would have gone under. and WCW would have reigned supreme, then eventually folded, and there would be TNA would have then risen from the ashes, and that's what we would all be watching right now. Nothing but Dixie Carter.
Vince loved his muscle men. You had to do roids at one point to make it in the main event scene. Yeah, Block, you ain't lying there, buddy. The Mr. McMahon character was also on accident because he assumed he was going to be the babyface after Montreal. Yep.
Absolutely right.
Yep. Well, the reason WWE won the war was not because of Vince. Yeah, I agree, because WCW kept making mistakes over and over again.
Oh, yeah, they shot themselves in the ass a lot of times.
Yeah, they shot themselves in the ass. The grandfather clause and just bad creative decisions. And then they brought Vince Russo over.
The greatest maneuver of all time. That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. If any one of us could master that move, we'd be so lucky in life.
I agree. But WCW ruined themselves, and TNA ruined themselves by bringing in fucking Hogan and Bischoff. You know, all these companies and their reliance on legacy is what ruined them. And Vince McMahon is the pinnacle of that, because how many times has he gone back to the well with the old farts rather than let new talent reign supreme? I mean, for fuck's sake, we have a SummerSlam where who is it? Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again.
And I'm also I'm gonna piss people off here, because let's go. Just because TV 14 is coming back doesn't mean the quality is going to automatically improve overnight. It doesn't mean that. The writing and the booking have to be better.
Yeah.
Unless we get, because I think NXT was TV 14, so unless we get it like
they've been PG the entire time. It's PG.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's been PG this entire time that it's existed.
When it was on the WWE network, it was TV 14.
Nope.
PG.
It's been PG the whole time.
I take that back.
Yep.
I take that back.
But just because they're going to go TV 14, guys, doesn't mean Attitude's coming back. Those days are over. Yep. Ruthless Aggression ain't coming back. That's over. In order for WWE to change and get better, you got to do better writing. You got to do better booking. You got to stop doing. I think I'm going to piss people off, but you got to stop giving me pay-per-view quality matches on TV. You really do. You got to stop doing that.
That's kind of pretty much giving away the milk.
Yeah, stop. Go ahead.
It's premium live events, not.
Oh yeah. I got to get with the times. I'm old.
Get with the times, Jose.
I'm old.
You're old, pal. They got to cut back on those premium live events, seeing as that they're not worth shit.
I'd cut it down to 5. It'd be 5. Yeah, if it were up to 5. Me, we'd get 5.
You know, the usual 4, and then Money in the Bank, and that's it. That's all you need.
Yep.
Don't need anything else. Cut back on that because it loses all meaning when every month you have a bloody pay-per-view. It's like, oh great, okay, well, you can't let feuds go on for long. You can't let them build like the good old days where feuds would last for months.
The shows are going to get better because Rod McMahon is going to come back from the dead and take over.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh Lord.
What's up, Sam? Okay. Yeah, we get sick of seeing Cena, Stone Cold, Orton, Hogan. No, I don't know about Austin, but yeah, Hogan, Cena.
Didn't Austin have like a neck injury that prevented him from wrestling ever again?
Yeah, he retired because of his neck.
Yeah, because he like got broke or something like that.
How many talented guys did he give bad credit to? Oh, we'd be here all day.
Oh my God.
We'd be here all day. We'd be here all day.
God. The list is like in probably in the 50s or hundreds. How many people he screwed over? If you're going back from the 80s.
Are we just talking wrestlers too, or are we talking like
just wrestlers in this instance?
Okay.
If you're talking like all time, I could give you 5 right now. Shelton Benjamin, The Miz, John Morrison, CM Punk during his 2011-2012 reign got fucked over. Daniel Bryan got fucked over. You know, I mean, you could think of so many people. Zack Ryder got fucked over. Rusev got fucked over.
Rusev.
Oh, what have I started?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. It's the list is just endless. Endless. Even Ambrose got fucked over.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like sticking him with stupid gimmicks and all that. I don't care for Moxley now, but I'm just talking about at the time they screwed him over. They screwed Kofi Kingston. They built him up
Yeah,
really
they
well.
really
And they
did.
just chucked that away. They ruined it.
Yeah.
I mean, God, it's just like
I
how
could
many
thi-
people back in the cartoon era could have been champions? Hacksaw Jim Duggan. They
Mhm.
ruined
Yeah.
his career just because he got pulled over with the Iron Sheik
Cheek,
and the
smoking weed. Yep.
Yeah.
smoking weed and all this kind of stuff.
Well, it wasn't even that really. It was because it got picked up by a newspaper.
Yep.
why,
You could not break kayfabe back then.
Yep.
Back then, if you broke kayfabe, that was it. Your life was over.
Yep. You were
But-
blacklisted unless you were Roddy Piper, because there was that story that Roddy Piper, he was a heel at the time and he saved a lady from getting robbed, and he saved her.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even Mark Henry, after he dropped that amazing promo on John Cena, he should have won the championship. I don't care if he was injury prone. He could have had it for 2-3 months and been protected,
Mhm.
and we could have had a great fucking one of the great most deserved champions.
My
there.
big thing, and I know people are divisive on it, ending the fucking streak. I'm still pissed off about that. I'm still pissed off about it. I'm like, why? Brock knows he didn't need it. Even he was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, they should never have ended the streak. That was the stupidest idea, especially when he kept coming back afterwards. It's just like, what's the point?
Yep.
Now we're all going to
yes,
sing
Chris
the na
Murray.
na 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 goodbye song. Yep, that's how we're going to end this when it's time. But we ain't there yet.
Maniacs. Do you think Vince McMahon is racist because his depiction? Vince McMahon is very
He hates black wrestlers.
Massively fucking racist. His first black, and I mean black.
Rock don't count. Rock don't count. Get over it.
Was fucking Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, Kofi Kingston. Well, actually, I think Kamala.
Kofi Kingston. The Rock don't count because the Maoris and all that. He's mixed race. They have a history, but Kofi fucking not Mark Henry, and I'm not talking about the other WWE title.
You're talking about the lineage of. You're talking about the Bruno Sammartino belt. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kofi Kingston. How many stereotypes did he do of ethnic minorities? Not just black, all of them. Massive racist. That's all I can say.
I gotta have Akira Tozawa. I gotta have Akira Tozawa as a karate master and a ninja. Ha ha ha.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
Yeah.
About to say it's not 1984 anymore, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Henry, Shelton Benjamin should have been champions. Titus O'Neil could have been booked way better. He's got so much charisma that they could have done him really, really well.
And we got to talk about this shit too, man. You had to bring up Titus. Did y'all fucking see that promo that he cut on Monday? Oh my god,
that was a Stephanie McMahon promo. That was.
That's what we're in for now. Because for those of you that are optimistic, it's going to be more. Yay! Look how progressive and woke we are. Look. That means now a heel's not going to be a heel anymore. If you think that they're getting ready to go there and be edgy,
different opinion.
Yep.
That's all.
If you think that they're going to be going there and being edgy and all that bullshit, that ain't happening because it's going to be, yay, look how progressive we are. We're woke. We're going to have women main event all the time now because we're woke as fuck. Yep.
Great. Right, Liam, Owen, Piper, Hennig. Oh, Hennig, that was a
dude, you just named my top three. Yeah.
Bam Bam Bigelow, I could add to that. How did none of these get more? I agree. Again, Hogan as well was another fucking
problem.
He was.
That would not flush.
Yep.
And who prevented so many people from being champions.
I still haven't forgiven that motherfucker for WrestleMania 9. I don't think I ever will. All that work that Hart did, all that work to make Yoko look like a monster. No, and Hogan came out and ruined it. Yeah.
The only time I liked Hulk Hogan was when he was a heel in WCW.
NWO. Yep.
That was the first time I liked him. Prior to that, I was never a Hogan fan. Don't get me wrong, I love the mannerisms. All my friends, anytime we get into an argument, we'd be like, you.
Yeah, you.
And then we had to drop and kick each other. And just so all that stuff, I love the mannerisms, and he has the greatest entrance song of all time for me.
I'll give him that, yeah.
Hogan as a human being is garbage.
Pete, if you need proof,
self-centered narcissist who just didn't care for anyone.
If you need proof, okay, YouTube Hulk Hogan jail phone calls, and that tells you everything you need to know. Go listen to that, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about.
Okay, I will.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever heard it.
Oh, go listen to it, and you will. Your entire opinion of Hulk Hogan will change.
Well, my opinion of him was pretty basement as it was anyway.
Yeah,
but yeah, you'll see when you listen to that.
Yeah. Reading some of the comments, yeah, Vince isn't about who's deserving, but who draws money. Here's the question in today's day and age, though: who does draw money? You got Roman, you got Brock. This is what happens when you only have a certain crop of guys, and nobody else is really allowed to get over. That's got to be a thing that changes in this company now. You can't have just like
you've got
core group.
Austin Theory. He's ready on the wings to take up space. You got to do better with some of the young. I don't really know much of the roster these days because I don't watch the product.
Yeah,
but I'm sure there's plenty of people there ready and waiting to take over. Ginger ripped the shirt. I ripped the shirt. I broke. If I had my other shirt, I would have ripped it, but not this one.
I agree, Beatlemaniacs. Yeah, Vince is a fucking work fanatic. Now he'll have to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. That's at least the thing I look forward to. Yeah,
it will kill him. Now that he's not going to be working, it will literally send him to the grave. And I don't say this in a bad way. I say this as somebody who has seen family members.
Okay, Ginger Dallas Page.
Yeah.
Ginger Dallas Page. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I mean, I'll dance for joy when he bloody dies. No offense to anyone, but he's just a horrible. Like when you see some of the stuff he's done, and it's difficult to just describe everything bad that he has done and how he's treated people and how he fucked over an entire industry and all this kind of shit. So retirement will probably kill him, and we can have a nice little party when that happens.
As far as Vince and Linda goes, because I know people are going to be like, "What about Vince and Linda?" What about Vince and Linda? They've been separated for like 20-something years. Actually, they've been separated for like 20-something years. I think ever since Linda's political aspirations in like 2007, 2008 when she
died. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do when we're done. Go to YouTube and type in Linda McMahon. Can we do a watch along right now? I'm not sure if we'll get taken down for copyright because I
wouldn't do anything when it comes to the WWE. I don't trust.
No,
I don't trust YouTube.
It's Linda McMahon when she concedes the second time in 2012 because I want you guys to go back and watch Vince's face. Maybe this is something we'll do when we're done. I want to get your guys' reaction.
Let's do that.
Because it's hysterical. Just look at Vince's face, and you guys will just piss yourselves. Just like when she announces that she concedes, just look at Vince's face. He just looks so pissed because she wasted $100 million over 2 failed Senate runs, 2 of them.
Ridiculous.
It's hilarious.
Ridiculous. Yeah, but she was never going to win. Like, she just wasn't popular. She had no fucking charisma.
Matter of fact, I'm going to put this in the chat so you guys could go watch this after we're done because it's hysterical because you guys will die. I'm going to put it on the stream chat and I'm going to put it in the chat for this one as well so you guys can have some pure comedy because, oh my God, it kills me. All right. And I'll even timestamp it too for you guys because I love y'all.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Or you can watch it now and then I can get your general reactions off screen. Okay.
Where's the private chat? No, that's not it. Let's see. I mean, I'm trying to remember. I haven't used StreamYard in ages. Let's see if I can link the.
Okay, I got it. I got it there. And then I'm going to put it in this one so you guys can go have some pure comedy today because this is hilarious.
Copy.
Is it the YouTube one?
Yep, the one I just put in the chat.
All right, let me go ahead and
just fast forward to the time that I put in to 156 and just look
settings here too.
Just look at his face.
Spotlight. Shift 6.
Because I don't think we'll get taken down for this, considering that it's not WWE related footage. It's
If
just
it's not WWE related, we should be okay. I'll see if I
Yeah.
can try and get it on here, but
yeah.
I can't link it. I'm not running through.
Yeah, if you can't, then you could just watch it now, and I could just get your general reactions too, because it all.
Oh wow, he looks so unhappy.
Let's have a look. All right, here we go.
Oh, that sigh.
Okay.
And the eye roll. God, he looks like. Ooh. Oh man! Wow.
What time is he? You see his face?
207.
156.
Yeah, just go there and then it's like a 10
I
second
saw it.
thing.
It's like,
yeah.
wow.
It's hilarious.
Well, it's like, this bitch blew all my fucking money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
His face is like, you fucking I'm gonna go blow the secretary after this. I don't know how that works exactly, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's hilarious. Just that 10-second clip of him just
that's
like
right. That just says it all there. He's just like,
he's like, God damn it. My
fuck
money.
you. All that money is gone.
Yep. But yeah, Vince McMahon retires. This is a joyous fucking day, but I am scared at the same time. I am worried where we're gonna go.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't care enough about the product.
Yeah, this isn't gonna
but
get me tuning back
I'm
in.
Curious.
Yeah,
I'm the type of guy that I don't watch wrestling anymore. But what I do follow is all the drama, because for such a small industry in terms of when you compare it to music, film, games, and all of that, WWE is like, tiny. Tiny industry. The wrestling industry is like tiny in comparison to those. But for such a tiny industry, it is the most drama-laden, fucking must-see, must-read TV and web pages and news than any other franchise, than any other genre. No other genre has as much drama in it as wrestling. But it proves the fact meatheads.
Shit!
What?
Brock Lesnar left SmackDown. Oh
What?
shit! Yeah, he left SmackDown. Oh shit!
Oh, really?
Oh yeah! Oh fuck! Okay.
Sweet.
Oh.
Drama continues.
Oh boy!
Wait, didn't Lesnar like break his neck or something like that and was recovering?
No, that was years ago. But this is like, yeah.
Let's see.
Because like it's coming out all over Twitter right now. Like he's got the fuck out of there. Like 30 minutes ago, like people are just saying, yeah.
Wait, is SmackDown on now?
It's on tonight, but he was there at the building, and yeah, he's like, I'm out.
Brock Lesnar has reportedly left SmackDown as he's pissed off. I wonder if is that related to Vince McMahon, or is that just Brock Lesnar being Brock Lesnar?
Is he trying to pull the "that doesn't work for me, brother" card?
Apparently, so Wrestle Ops says apparently Brock Lesnar gave some sort of indication in that if Vince McMahon is gone, he's gone too. Good fucking riddance.
Okay. Fuck. That means Roman is 100% retaining at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Theory is going to get the title. One of two things is happening. Roman is either retaining or Theory's getting the belt, or both, theoretically.
Could be.
Yep. Roman retains the title and the match, and then Theory comes out, cashes in, it's over.
Well, this is shit just got even more interesting,
Okay.
I mean,
so now we got
to keep rolling in, I suppose. Let's see what happens. We're gonna have to keep refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
So
we might be here for another 20 minutes. Let's get some. Let's get something from the chat. Chat, what are you guys thinking? Austin Theory shouldn't be in there. Yeah. A lot of people don't like Vince because of the cartoon era, but I think he looks at wrestling as family entertainment. Yeah, that's always been his vision.
He very much Disney-fied wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the biggest mistake they always make is not that they get it towards family in the 80s. That's fine because it was a shrewd move, because in that era, because of the consumerism and how they changed the rules and that, you could just blatantly make cartoons that are just there to sell toys and all this kind of stuff. WWE was no different. It was just there to sell merch and to sell product and to get tickets and bums on seats and to make it more family friendly than what it used to be. Shrewd move. However, it needed to grow with its audience, and Vince McMahon fought it right up until the Attitude Era. And as soon as Ruthless Aggression was over, he went right. In fact, as soon as John Cena came to the forefront, he went right back to that shit.
Actually, that's not entirely his fault. I think here's what happened, because a lot of people don't know this too. The Benoit thing started it. Like, nobody will ever be able to convince me otherwise. The Benoit tragedy was the beginning of the end. And ultimately, the Mattel deal, when they signed with Mattel and left Jakks Pacific, Mattel told them, "You're not doing this. We're not going to work with you if you guys are doing blood and swearing and
they really PG'd everything up."
Yep.
Yeah, that's why you don't get men versus women in WWE. Mattel actually said no, we're not having that. You're not having cross-gender fights and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, there are a lot of external. Also, don't forget when it floated on the stock market as well. That was another kind of push when the stockholders were just like, we need to keep this more family friendly. So there was a lot of external factors. Maybe Vince didn't want to go down this route, but maybe he was pushed to it. Not that I give a shit, but
yeah, I think they were. And people even asked me when I did my Benoit video, they were like, "Do you think that if he wouldn't have did what he did, do you think they were going to stay TV-14?" I honestly don't think they were. I think PG was coming regardless.
Yeah, I think so. Ali Hankerson, hello. He says, I heard Kenny Omega is returning soon. If that happens, I'm gonna stop watching Dynamite and Rampage. Good man.
Yeah, you're not
Kenny Omega.
With Kenny Omega, here's the deal. We already know the big money match is going to be Kenny Omega versus CM Punk. And other than that, what else does AEW really have at the moment? They don't really have anybody that really is like, oh, okay, It's like you got Omega, you got Punk. It's like that's clearly going to be your money match, and it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where MJF is. He's money, but it seems like the beef is probably legit because he's been off TV since he dropped that pipe bomb, I think. I don't know if he's been back since. Again, I don't really watch wrestling anymore.
Oh, okay. Another update.
Oh, what's going on?
Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan are now sharing the CEO title. Oh boy. Oh
dear. Oh dear. So eventually Stephanie McMahon's going to get pushed out.
I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
And bye-bye WWE. Jesus, that's got to be one of the dumbest decisions they ever made, was bringing him in.
Okay, so Denise Salcedo, shout out to her. The Wall Street Journal story broke on June 15th. It's only been 37 days, guys. Vince McMahon announced his retirement. And we thought this would take a year, or at least I did. I thought this was going to take a year before he got forced out.
Well, I did when the news broke, I did say they're going to make him go.
Yeah.
I did say they're going to force him out. This is a deliberate ploy to get rid of him so they can just sell the company a lot easier. And yeah, to be fair, it happened a lot quicker than we all expected. But I knew once you piss off the capitalists, your dick's on the chopping block. They're going to...
Oh, yeah. Okay. And I just saw a screenshot of Vince McMahon walking like the old SmackDown stage. All I have to say is this. You guys will immediately pop. Life sucks. And then you die. Yep.
It's true.
Yep. Life sucks and then you die. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Probably, Liam. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, at 77, time for me to retire. Thank you, WWE Universe. Then now, forever together.
Brock
so-
Lesnar. He's gone. I'm gone. Good fucking riddance.
Yeah.
Good riddance. Though, I do like I do like the Lesnar personality now. It's a lot more fun than what it's ever been.
Nick Khan is
And-
going to find an NDA signed by Kevin, the office boy. And he had an affair with Stephanie. Oh, Comic-Con news. Magneto is the leader of the X-Men. What the fuck? For real? Okay.
Wait, oh, they
All
finally
right.
pulled that?
Yeah, because Comic-Con's today, so they're talking about X-Men 97. I've actually been looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. I know that. Yeah, that makes sense. If you see how it ended in '92,
Yeah, it makes
when,
sense.
like,
Okay.
Xavier, I think he passed away or he ascended.
No, he went with Lilandra to her fucking home planet. Yeah.
That's the one. Cool. Yeah, thank you for the update, Vance. I appreciate that. Have they dropped a trailer or anything for it?
Yeah, because I know that we could react to because we do
That
Disney
I'm
stuff
looking
all the
forward
time.
to.
And- yeah.
That I'm looking forward to.
That might have to be its own separate video, though, because this is supposed to be about Vince.
Yeah.
It will be its own separate video. I won't do. I don't really like doing reactions to that kind of stuff, but
Yep.
you guys can go right ahead. Even
Okay.
though
I'm
X-Men
reading-
is my baby, I love X-Men. Actually, I might break my rule, and do a reaction to that if
Break
they
it.
drop a trailer.
Bring it.
Do it, or else I'll fire you. All right.
Yeah.
I'm
I love
reading
it.
Twitter. My advice from LV5454. My advice: take it one day at a time. That place had a stench for 40 years. Buyer beware. Yep. And it's going to go to NBC. I mean, for the immediate future, the stock is going to take a hit for a while. That's a given because whenever a CEO steps down, the stock doesn't usually hold
Yeah,
up
I just don't.
for a little bit.
Yep.
Liam. It goes, the next permanent
The
CEO is
CEO
going
is
to
gonna
come out of the egg
egg.
at Survivor Series.
I am
Groot
Groot as a trailer.
garbage. Don't
Okay.
care.
Okay.
Just don't care. I tried to watch it. I turned it off. Rubbish. But it's a funny thing. The fuck is it? Oh god damn it! What was the other one that dropped? The Dino Girl and Moon Girl and Dino Fuckwit, whatever it's called. That looks really funny. That actually looks legit. I actually laughed watching the trailer for that.
Okay, so what
So-
are we thinking for the immediate future? Because I know we're going on about an hour, but for the immediate future, stock takes a hit. Creative is in shambles unless they figure this the fuck out now. And it remains to be seen if the quality improves.
Triple H is going to take over creative.
Yep.
He's going to be a face of creative. He's not going to take it over, I don't think.
He's taking over. He's going to take over. He's coming in as senior talent relations, which means that he'll probably get just take over the creative because it makes sense to let him do it anyway. He did a great job with NXT. So they're just going to
Expect more progressive wokeness from Stephanie McMahon because we know that's here to stay. That's never going away.
That's going to happen. Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't know how much. The only way WWE can be more woke than what it is to just drop the stereotypes.
Okay.
That's it. Because it puts women at, a lot of us want to tune in to see the women's matches as much as the men's matches, depending on who's wrestling. What more can you fucking do?
Okay.
What more can you do? I don't want to start seeing liberal bloody flags and shit flying everywhere while these tax dodgers fucking still treat their employees like shit because your liberal platitudes, okay, are absolute bollocks if you're treating your workers like garbage. Okay?
Yeah, JR, I agree. Wow, hell of a day. Yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah, hell of a day indeed. All right, let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's it. Devil Dinosaur. That's the one.
I think Jared is going to move into creative or Triple H's spot, and I think Jared is going to end up being a talent scout for WWE. I could see that now happening since they don't have William Regal anymore. I see Jeff Jarrett being a talent scout, and yeah, Daniel Vance, no health care, no time off, multiple reports of sexual assault. Vince was a horrible CEO.
Oh, he was.
Yeah,
he was one of the worst.
But you'd be surprised about like what you hear about your favorite restaurants and your favorite sodas and foods and other companies' CEOs. If you only knew.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about fucking Coca-Cola, which is like my favorite drink.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at things you hear about.
How many fucking people they've murdered who wanted to form unions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all your favorite CEOs are garbage. Your Elon Musk, your Bill Gates.
Oh, don't even get me started on Elon Musk.
All of them garbage human beings. Billionaires are by default horrible human beings.
Yeah,
of course they kind of have to be horrible human beings in order to be CEOs.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So
Russell,
why should Vince be any different?
Safe to say tonight, yeah, I agree with Russell Ops. I'm watching SmackDown tonight. I usually don't make WWE a priority, but tonight, that's a different story for me. I will probably be watching or catching the clips on YouTube of WWE at the moment.
Yes, I might tune in to do that if I'm not masturbating. I mean, if I'm not doing something else, I might tune in and watch SmackDown.
Yeah, okay, so something weird about Vince McMahon retiring in a tweet. Yeah. They're parroting the Brock Lesnar is disappointed the WWE Universe and let us all down. Yeah, I expect Michael Cole and Pat McAfee to come on the air tonight and say some shit.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm like, yep, they're going to try to bury Brock now. Like, oh, Brock pulled a Steve Austin in 2002 and tried to pull a that. Doesn't work for me, brother. We can't have that.
Well, I mean, they're gonna. I mean, Vince might come out tonight at SmackDown and say his goodbyes.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm going to watch.
Show that just ends up being dedicated to Vince McMahon or something. We don't know.
Yeah, they're going to kiss it.
What's going to happen?
They're going to kiss his ass, not literally, but they are going to kiss his ass.
Yeah.
They're going to paint this motherfucker like a saint. Like, oh, Vince never did anything wrong. Like, God bless him. He's
exactly.
He's the godfather of wrestling. And yeah.
Oh shit, Vince being Vince, you know what he's like. He'll probably be like, I don't want the attention on me.
Yep.
Just I'll come out, I'll say my bit, and then we'll just move on and do the show as normal.
If even that, I mean, I don't even think he's going to do that because Vince fucking hates credit. Like, it's weird. Yeah, he hates being credited for shit. Like, he's like, I don't even want you motherfuckers thanking me in the Hall of Fame. Like, if you thank me, I'm going to read you the riot act. Like, don't do that. Don't thank me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of his many weird rules, which,
he seems to have a lot of, what is it? He's like a behind the scenes puppet master type guy. Seems like he does, if he could not be the Mr. McMahon.
Oh, yeah, okay. And we got to bring this up before we go. Kevin Dunn has got to go.
Oh, God, yes.
He's next. He's next.
Yeah.
He's got to
be
go.
next.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Fuck Nick Khan.
Yeah.
It's got to be Kevin Dunn next on the list of people that have to go. Then Nick Khan can go. I'm like, Nick Khan just got moved up a spot. Nick, you're safe for another day. Fuck you, Beaver Boy. Let's get rid of you. You got to go.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Vince will obviously retain the majority shares. And will he relinquish those shares towards Stephanie McMahon to give her greater control and then push out Nick Khan? Or is he just going to let Nick Khan sell the company and be like, nah, fuck you all. You ousted me. If you want to sell this piece of shit, sell it. I don't care.
Either
way, finally got interesting.
Either way, I see the McMahons being forced out one by one because Nick Khan, it's like, okay, we made the running joke that Nick Khan is like the fucking Grim Reaper. Like one by one, he's been fucking speed running the McMahons. I said this shit like 6 months ago. I'm like, he took out fucking Shane. He took Triple H out. He took Vince out. That's something that's impossible.
Yeah,
it's like,
and he was recommended by The Rock.
Yeah,
he was.
He and The Rock are friends. Now,
yeah.
What happens if Dwayne Johnson buys the compment?
Holy shit.
Because that has also been a rumor.
A floated rumor? Nice.
And here's the thing, too.
He could buy the company. He bought XFL.
And here's the thing, too. For those of you thinking WWE is going to sell for millions, I'm talking billions.
Yeah.
Billions.
Yeah,
it's
Carl Sagan with a B billion.
It's going to sell with like Elon Musk, fuck you, I'm going to buy this because I got fuck you money. Like, that's how it's going to get sold. Yeah.
Here's another plot twist that could happen is Nick Khan, once the McMahons are gone, Nick Khan kind of runs the company down cheap enough for The Rock to just buy it outright.
Yeah. Like, here you go. Yeah, you can have a
little plot.
There are so many possibilities here.
But
5 billion minimum, yeah. Xbox buys WWE, and then for every wrestler to come out, you need to microtransactions just for the wrestler to come out on TV.
Yep.
Yeah, I see that.
You've got to go buy enough merchandise, and then the wrestler will come out and wrestle.
Okay, do we think Vince will go in the Hall of Fame? Not while he's alive. He's going to die first because that's how he'll want to go in. He'll want to go in the Hall of Fame dead. He won't want to go in alive.
That's if they put him in the Hall.
He's going to go in.
So?
They're going to paint him like he's Jesus. Like that's just how it goes. Because WWE, like they do this. They do this. Like they'll paint a guy like as a saint. Like look at Hogan. Yeah, granted, Hogan got taken off. Granted, Hogan got taken off the website, but they eventually added Hogan back, and then they went back to praising Hogan like he's the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread.
Yeah. They just kind of let him just waltz him right back in, even after all the horrible racist shit he said.
Yeah,
they're doing the same thing with Ric Flair now. Like Ric Flair, it cracked me up the other day when he was like, "Thank you, Vince, for putting me back in the intro." The fucking intro is what you're happy about. Like for real, like no one cares about the intro. I don't.
Yeah, but it's crumbs and credit though. That's the thing. Crumbs and credit for.
Royalties and all that bullshit. Yeah.
Yep.
You get a royalty check.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna play. If they do anything tonight, it may be a quick thank you, Vince, and the show goes on. If that.
Yeah.
I'd be amazed if Vince comes out tonight and actually says goodbye.
All the fans go, no.
Oh yeah, that would really piss him off.
Only thing I kind of wish, I know that they're not going to do it, but I wish Vince would come out as Mr. McMahon and heal it up one last time, and then someone hits their finisher on him, and like that's how he should go out. But they're not going to do that.
Don't go just comes out, him and drops him with a stunner, and that's it.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not 1998.
And here's the deal: it should look like the worst fucking stunner ever. Like that's how I would have Vince go out. I wouldn't have it any other way. I would have Vince go out taking the most horrible stunner ever, like he did at this year's WrestleMania. That's exactly how it would go. If it were me.
Either that, or he gets his daughter to just come out and go, "You're fired." I wish me jiggle my boobs.
WWE staff and talent are all joining a company all hands on deck meeting right about now. Yep.
Who said that?
Alan Cheapshot. This is a good follow, by the way, on Twitter. If you guys don't follow him, he was the one that posted the Hulk Hogan Lives thread that Zam and I did a while back.
I agree, Vince. Wrestling Observer Award for most disgusting promotional tactic.
Oh, easily.
For this
easily, without a doubt.
Yeah, he did take the worst stunner ever. God, fuck that WrestleMania was terrible.
I would do it now too. I would just be like, you know what? We're going to repeat WrestleMania 38 tonight. We're just going to have Vince come out, heel on the crowd wherever the fuck they are, and then Austin comes out, doesn't even have to say shit, stuns him, and leaves.
Yeah.
Yep.
No mic work, no nothing, just stunner and done.
Yep, stun, leave, get the fuck out.
And I hope they do a legit stunner on him instead of just like the fake gimmick wrestling move. They just actually stuns him.
I would just make it the worst stunner of all time because Vince took the worst stunner of all time. I would do that with this one.
Yep.
All I will say is this. The company better not fucking go under anytime soon because I still enjoy collecting the figures from Mattel because they're some of the most beautifully crafted action figures on the planet. I get them as an art form. I don't even watch the fucking show. But just as a pure art form of action figures, I collect them.
But now WWE, y'all got SummerSlam and next week? Yeah, like next Saturday, I think.
Next week? What?
Yeah.
No, I thought SummerSlam was in August.
No, they pushed it to the end of July this year for whatever stupid fucking reason. I don't
Probably
know why.
Because McMahon's retiring is why.
No, they would have known that ahead of time. I think this is one of those this was one of those when the Wall Street Journal came out and said what they said, that was it.
Ah, okay, I gotcha.
Nothing beats Linda McMahon's ankle dust. Yeah.
Oh God.
$20 is the best I can give you.
I'm just so like.
I know. I want to wrap this up, but there's too much shit to talk about. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. If anyone in the comments wants to talk, add whatever, wrestling wise, look, it says somebody put here, Brock Lesnar is all elite.
If that happened, that'd be the biggest holy shit moment of 2022.
Oh
since
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
If
but I
Brock
would
was up and
not
go.
fucking want that. I don't want Brock.
Yeah.
I just want Brock Lesnar to go away. Just go away. You know, you've had your fun in the sun. You're boring, and just yeah.
But now I'm gonna have to make a vid for my own goddamn YouTube channel because I know people are expecting it from me. I'm like, I'm gonna be coming up today, y'all. Don't worry about that because I know it's I know people are looking forward to it.
Do you blame them though?
What?
Do you blame them though?
No, I don't blame them. Vince comes out. Daniel Benoit comes out. Yeah, if only.
Decks him over the head with a chair, leaves. Love it.
And it's not even a gimmick chair either. Just like boom.
Yep. Splat.
Proper chair. Out you go, Granddad. Suck your mum.
Like just turns it on its side and just like friggin' spears the hell out of him.
Reading Twitter. Yeah, Brock Lesnar walked out. Okay, what were you doing when you found out about the news? I was sitting here drinking a coffee and a protein shake. Yes, I could do both at the same time because I'm a weird dude.
I just literally just pressed on Twitter and I just saw Brian Last retweet.
And I know our jaws dropped.
Yeah.
I know all of our jaws dropped at the same time when we read it. We were all like,
I had to click on Vince
you guys
McMahon's profile
told me about
to make sure it was him and not a troll.
Yeah, I had to refresh the fucking page twice.
I double checked and I was like, "Holy fuck, that was quick!" I was expecting to happen, but not this quick.
And I wish we might have to make a sequel to this. If we could fucking get. Oh, okay, yes. Vince McMahon is leaving his head of creative. Woohoo! That's a good way to fucking end this shit. Okay, good.
Retirement means retirement. He'll have no creative input at all. You know, if it was that, he would have said, "I'm just retiring as CEO, but remaining as creative." But he said he's gone. He's too toxic. Gone. He needs to go.
Yep.
The scandals are too big. That means there's more coming.
And Vince, if you think this is the end, Vince, if you think this is the end, but it's not. The Wall Street Journal has said they've got more, and it's going to come out.
It's all coming out. There's more. There's way more. This man is going to have controversies and secret love children.
Even after he's dead. Yeah, even after he's dead. Yep.
Oh, yeah, even after he's dead. Are you kidding me? The amount of people that are going to write books just on Vince McMahon, it's going to be like Christmas. I literally can't wait for the day he dies because I want to see all the dirt that comes out on this human garbage.
And I usually I'm not a big reader, but I'm going to be buying some tell-all books when that shit happens. Oh yeah, I'm buying some tell-all books.
Two of my favorite books are The Rock and Mankind's biographies. They were hilariously good.
I need to read those.
I
need to read those too.
They're
Especially
brilliant.
Have a Nice Day.
Yeah, Have a Nice Day is fantastic. I can't remember what The Rock's was, but it was around 2000, 2001 or 2 when it came out.
Yeah.
And wrestling and football biographies are always football. Our football biographies are always fascinating to see, like to read the kind of shit that people do behind the scenes or before they became like famous and all this kind of stuff. But the amount of stuff that's going to come out even if Dark Side of the Ring gets cancelled, they will come back and do a Vince McMahon special, and it's going to be about 4 seasons long.
Yep.
And it'll be like, this is what he did in the 70s, now the 80s, now the
90s, now the 2000s,
2020s.
Yep.
They're just going to take each decade and just document all the shitty things that he did.
And not to be cold.
Sorry, go ahead.
And not to be cold, but I think Vince maybe have 3 to 5 years left because I think now that he's not going to be working, I think it's like, okay, things are going to start shutting down.
I don't even think he's going to last that long, honestly, because he's one of those guys that
he has to work to live.
Yeah, he has to work to live.
Has to work to live. Yep. And now, like Ginger said, I think I'm going to take that bet, and I think I'm going to say, okay, I think within a year. I really do. I think within a year we will see it.
We'll see what's going to happen. All I know is WWE's finally gotten interesting. The next couple of months are going to be like glued to all the news that comes out.
Yep.
Everyone's going to have a fucking field day.
I usually, because like okay, yeah, because I usually don't give a shit about WWE after SummerSlam. Now, for the first time in years, I'm like, I might have to skip Monday Night Football for a little bit. I might have to start watching Monday Night
That's
Raw
why
a
you
little
don't
bit.
watch it because of the
Football.
gridiron season kicks
Yep.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's go, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's
What
go
the fuck
Jacksonville Jaguars.
What did you just say?
I said,
Jacksonville
let's go,
Jaguars?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Go Broncos.
Ew.
No.
What? Don't make me.
Well,
What?
so what happened? What the reason I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan is back in like college days, I had an American in our class, and obviously he wanted us to kind of take an interest in his sport because he like.
There's
now?
more. There's more. I'm gonna send it to you guys right now.
Okay.
Dude. Oh my God. Okay, read this. Read this. You guys are gonna be like, you guys' jaws are gonna drop.
Thanks to you wrestling fans, and so Tony Khan has said, thanks to you wrestling fans and your great support of AEW, I'm grateful now to be the longest tenured CEO in pro wrestling. Thank you very much to every single person who watches AEW on TV. See you on Friday for Rampage.
Oh.
Shots fired!
Bang,
Shots
bang,
fired.
bitch.
Shots fired. That is hilarious.
Oh,
For
man.
anyone that needs to see that, I'll put that in the comments here.
The shade. Oh, man. Oh, dude.
That is beautiful shade by Tony Khan. That's the most interesting thing he's ever said since he became a fucking CEO.
Mm-hmm.
But very good.
Yeah, Tony Khan, show me what you got, Nick. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, you just can't fucking turn it. You can't turn this shit off. There's just too much going on.
I know it's like we gotta go, but we can't. I got time though. I got time. I got nowhere else to be.
I'm fucking going nowhere, mate. Grab yourself some snacks.
Yeah, relax.
This might be the longest stream I think we're ever gonna do. I really do. I don't think anything.
That isn't a watch-along. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. We'll just keep going. Look, I mean, we'll just keep going until we can't go and people lose interest.
Yeah.
People, whatever you want to say in the comments, just go for it. Tony Khan could,
dude, we could
be selling to another Khan. You never know.
So here's what you guys need to do if you want to keep up with us. Go to Twitter because that's where you're going to get your news and your entertainment. Just like go to Twitter right now. Make a Twitter account. It's free. And just go read Twitter about Vince McMahon and all this shit. And that's just how you guys can watch along.
Send us any updates that come in that we might miss as well.
Yeah, because that's how we're doing this. Is we're just reading Twitter.
Oh,
we are.
While you do that, I'm going to have to quickly double check on some updates on San Diego Comic-Con. So bear with me.
Yeah, it's all good.
Carry on.
Okay, Vince McMahon stepping away from the WWE is officially the biggest news story ever. I agree. It's easily the biggest news story within the last 15 years. I literally dare WWE to handle Brock Lesnar walking out the same way they handled Sasha Banks and Naomi. Yeah, they won't do that.
Who said that?
Okay, this guy, Matt Black, I literally dare WWE to handle Brock Lesnar walking out the same way they handled Sasha and Naomi walking out. They won't do that.
Where did Matt Black say that? Is that on Facebook or something? Or
Twitter? Because I'm reading Twitter. I'm
right.
Okay,
Right.
PWI Insider is told that there's been a pretty positive reaction in the locker room in regard to Vince McMahon's retirement. There is while there is some surprise, given it was Vince and the belief that he would always be around in some form, the idea is that there would be new energy for WWE Creative. Has a lot of talents excited to see what comes next. Okay.
As soon as he announced his retirement, everyone in the locker room's like, "Let the sun shine, let the sun shine." They will start singing that.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Vince McMahon has gone from head of creative. Yeah, we already talked about that. This is because I think what you're going to see now on Triple H's perspective, he's going to try to get as many indie guys as he can, and Raw is going to be booked like NXT. I think going forward, that's going to be the direction of Monday Night Raw.
Yep, agreed.
It's gonna be a wrestling show. Like that's what they're gonna make it go as. Like because Triple H has always been a wrestling guy. Like he's not really the sports entertainment kind of guy like Vince. It's gonna be more of a wrestling show. So if you like having wrestling matches, I think you're gonna get your fill there. I'd love to see Paul Heyman, Pro Wrestling Finesse. I'd love to see Paul Heyman back on the creative team. I disagree.
New blood.
Yeah.
We need something
Bringing
new.
new blood. No old fucks, no road dogs, no bollocks. New blood to get the creative juices flowing. Recently, people that have retired, that are, still young and all this kind of stuff, get them in.
Okay, so shout out to Denise Salcedo because she's got the whole timeline. June 15th, the story breaks. June 17th, Stephanie McMahon is named the interim CEO. June 20th, Vince McMahon appears on Raw. June 21st, John Laurinaitis got removed. July 8th, the second story about Vince comes out. Today, Vince McMahon retires. Stephanie is the chairwoman / co-CEO, same with Nick Khan. And Triple H is the executive vice president of talent relations. So that's the whole timeline that we're in.
Lovely.
And this is so far what we know. Keep that in mind too, guys, because there's more coming, like we said.
Yeah.
Within the coming days, within the coming weeks.
Freddie Prinze. Well, I mean, he was there for time, and I wasn't watching it at the time. But I suppose you could bring him in. But I'd rather, just, new faces, new blood. Bring me in as creative. I'll rock their world.
I've got some ideas. I'd be like, okay, number one, we're stopping scripted promos. First things first. We're not doing that. Fuck that.
Yeah,
nope.
None of that shit.
It's a sink or swim environment. If you can't talk, we'll get a manager for you. We're going to bring back managers because managers are a lost art.
They are.
Managers are a lost art.
We're going to have We're going to have our opening match be a great match, and we're going to have a great main event, and all the rest of the stuff in between is to build toward the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
We're going to make our pay-per-views. We're going to shorten premium live events. We're going to shorten them to 5 a year. Period.
Yeah. Vance. Yes. Wing Commander's Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah, that's the one. He was a creative writer for WWE for a bit, but then he left because
Okay, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah. But no, I'd rather new blood. Hire. I tell you what. Hire people from Scotland and England. They'll be your best bet, because if you want to take it in a direction where you want to take it, get people in from the UK and from even South America and things like that. Get those kind of people in, because the American mentality around wrestling is going to be too attached to kind of what Vince McMahon. It's still going to be stuck in that Vince McMahon era, probably. So
his specter's going to haunt it for like the next 20 years, probably.
So you want people with no attachment to the company, bring them in, and let them run with it.
And I'm going to keep it real. I know we are impatient. We as modern fans have gotten impatient. We're not going to get a boom period for a long time, if ever again, just because Vince is gone. It's not going to happen like people may think it is. I just got to take time. Yeah, it's not going to be something that happens right away.
They have to rebuild all the talent that's just been let go or let slide down the card. They've got to rebuild everyone. They've got to give everyone a meaning again. All the different places in the card and all this kind of stuff. It's not just going to rely on fucking Roman Reigns all the time. They've got to build everything up and get people interested.
Yep.
Wait, what? Still have 12 pay-per-views. Just go back to them being 2.5 to 3 hours instead of 4. No, I just 12.
I'd put it to 5
pay-per-views.
Yeah.
5, if that, 4. And personally, what I would do as well, I would have when's the quiet period in WWE? It's when American football is on, isn't it?
Fall usually.
So SummerSlam is where I would end the season, let people have a long fucking rest, and then come back in like I don't know, well, just like a 2-month off season, so people can rest, recuperate,
maybe like
and all this
3.
kind of shit. WWE doesn't need to be running every fucking day. It's ridiculous. So you build your tension at the end, your season finale at SummerSlam, and then people come back for Monday Night Raw. I don't know, whenever, and just people get a rest as well because there's no tension being built. You know, you go every day, every 2 days something happens, and it's just like, I don't really care. You think Star Wars fans hate changes? Just try and change WWE.
Yeah.
No,
7 is your time driving NASCAR around. Yeah.
I don't know. WWE fans, wrestling fans are all right with change. Like,
well, they expect it really because the product changes all the damn time anyway.
In today's day and age, though, you do have to take in consideration the "I want what I want" crowd. It's like y'all got to chill the fuck out. It's like
but that I want what I want crowd aren't getting what they want. Vince McMahon is getting what he wants, and he's always gotten what he wants.
Yeah.
But then when NXT kind of came around and was completely different, everyone took to that like a fly to a shit, and so and they embraced, women not being just fucking divas in thongs all the time.
Yep.
So I would argue that WWE, wrestling fans are okay with change because they're just bored with the stagnant product. The
Peacock TV deals would die if they cut their. I don't know. I mean, with Peacock, you just have to push out more content with documentaries. I mean, the documentaries have been fucking great, I think.
Yeah, they do great documentaries. But yeah, I mean, you just don't need 12.
You don't need 12 pay-per-views a year.
Just premium live events. They don't make money off of them in the sense of they just if you're subscribed to Peacock, I think you can just watch them. So,
and it's that way with the network with you guys too over there because you guys have the network, we don't. Greedy bastards.
I don't know. I don't think we still have the WWE network. I think that's, or maybe we do. I don't know. I never looked.
Yeah.
By the way, the WWE network is one of the greatest streaming platforms ever created.
I'm going to go on record and say that's Vince's greatest idea he's ever had.
Yeah, I agree.
That was
it
a
was
good
brilliant. I don't think it was his idea though. It was the 2 people that he fired because they didn't make enough numbers off of it. So the number 2 and number 3, they come up with the idea. And he fired them 2 because it only got 1.5 million subscribers.
Okay,
and it wasn't growing.
Here's an interesting question.
And he brought in Nick Khan.
Here's an interesting question for the panel, real quick. When did you guys think the downfall of all this shit started before the Wall Street Journal? I would go back to that time when Vince fired those 2 people.
When he fired them,
part of it. Yeah,
that's when it started.
Yep.
The minute he brought in Nick Khan, that's when the downfall started. That was the biggest mistake he ever made, was bringing that piece of shit in.
Yep.
But the WWE network was fantastic. I loved it.
Yep. Yo, Dixie, everything all right over there? I could hear somebody screaming in the background.
That is my cat screaming really loud for no damn reason.
Yeah, I get that too. Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, in terms of like user friendliness and the way you can skip to not just every match, but the beginning, the end of every match, like the finish.
I like the way they did that. Yeah.
Right. And Peacock is just garbage. It doesn't do any of that.
Yep.
I don't know if it does now, but it didn't when it did the first transition. But yeah, it was a great idea at the time.
Okay. Anything else going on? Because
I think everything's gone quiet.
Oh Lord. Okay, here we go. Alberto Del Shitbag. Today is a sad day in the sport, entertainment, and wrestling industry. Vince McMahon retired from WWE at 77. Sir, thank you for believing in me and granting me the opportunity to change my life. Without you, there wouldn't be an Alberto Del Rio. Enjoy life. You deserve it. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
One of the most boring wrestlers I've ever watched. He's up there with fucking Sheamus and Triple H. No offense, I've always found Triple H a boring wrestler. And there's one more. There's always that quartet of people I had that was the most boring wrestlers.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels was one of them too.
How dare you?
What's wrong with you? Don't make me come down there.
Don't make me come down there, you hear?
Get you some.
But
yeah, let's see. For me, I would say,
oh, here's Shredder. God damn it! If ever we need
get your ass in here right now. Get your ass in here right now. Get here.
Join us?
Oh, God
Send
damn
you a
it!
link.
God damn it! You have to miss it. Fuck, because we were hoping you'd be here.
Yeah.
Your reaction was one of the people that I was looking for. Yeah, your reaction was one I wanted the most.
Yeah. Let me see. Is he coming on? Let me check book.
Yeah.
No.
Join us at least, God damn it, even if it's just for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We could give you the floor for. Yeah.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Well, that's all right. You could just be the crazy drunken Scott that talks to himself.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying. That'll be fine.
I can't watch a wrestling match with Giants. Oh, okay. He's on a bus.
Versus Roman for his debut. Who the fuck is Elrod?
Elias's older fucking brother, I guess, apparently. Because they're trying to resurrect Three Faces of Foley.
I can't watch a wrestling match with Giants. Well, you might be, because Omos might be main eventing SummerSlam with Roman Reigns. Oh, dear God. What a fucking day. What a fucking day.
What a day, dude. Like,
Yep.
we never thought we'd see it. We never thought we'd see it. All of us here at NerdTube can say, we honestly swear to God, we never thought we'd see the day Vince would retire. We always thought he would retire.
I knew he was getting pushed out. I got it right,
Not this quickly. Not this quickly.
I did. Not this quickly. But I knew he was going to get pushed out.
Yep. I think actually, you and I both called it. I think we said Vince is going to get forced out.
He's going to get forced out.
Yep.
He pissed off
he died.
the shareholders, and you just don't fucking do that.
Yep.
They were like, no, get this piece of shit out of my company.
And people are blowing me up on Twitter because let me find my tweet that I said, like, because God damn, today is a good day to be a prophet. I need to go buy a lottery ticket. Okay, so
I bought 4 lottery tickets today.
With Wrestle Ops, here's the tweet. I'm going to put this in the chat so you guys can read it and then read my comment. And then you guys will be like, wow, oh my God. He actually called
Laurinaitis is reportedly gone. It's also believed Kevin Dunn is getting forced out too.
Oh! Please, God. Please.
Let's go. Get the fuck out. Laurinaitis should have gone years ago, that fucking sex pest.
Okay, I put it in the chat and you can read my comment.
So basically that means that okay, let's have a look here what Jose's written.
Yeah, and then look at all.
Forcing out Vince has to be next on the list. Okay. 6 hours ago. Oh yeah, fucking hell.
Yep.
And somebody wrote back, your prophecy came true.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I didn't even think that. Yeah, I didn't even think that. Like, I said that like as kind of half jokingly. Like, I'm like, they kind of have to force him out now, and I'm like, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, well, it happened. He's gone. Let's see here. Omos versus Shanky versus Double Cutoff
at WrestleMania 39.
Time to crack open the champers. Yes.
One less Kevin Dunn is one less Beaver behind the camera. Yeah, I agree. You know, Liam, I find it tiresome.
It's basically every single Vince yes man is now going to get thrown out the company.
Oh yeah, he's good. They're it's just shit Kansas City pretty much.
It's over. The old era is officially over as of today. Mm-hmm. As of July 22nd, I got an idea. Okay, what we're going to do in 1 year, if you guys are up to this, we're going to do a 1 year retrospective video. I think we need to do that in 1 year from today.
It's easy for me to remember because it's on my dad's birthday, so it's easy to remember.
We're going to do a 1 year retrospective video. We're going to talk about like, okay, where we were, what was going on when we heard the news, and how we think WWE has been over a year later. I think that's a good idea.
That's a great idea. Now, Shredder. Now, we know this already about the co-CEOs. How long before Nick Khan forces them out? Yeah. I also speculated, because Nick Khan is a good friend of The Rock's, they've known each other for years, that Nick Khan might tank the company to make it affordable for The Rock to buy it.
Because initially, we all say NBC, and I'm still going to hold that up. I'm still going to say NBC.
Why would this not fucking surprise me about McMahon and Kevin Dunn abusing Ashley Mashar?
I'm not shocked. I'm not
I
shocked.
would not be shocked.
Yep.
Yeah. You should keep streaming until this time next year. Fuck's sake, mate.
Oh, if only.
Wow.
If only. Yeah.
Listen, if I win the lottery tonight, then I will. But unless that happens, then
Mega Million is up to $600 million up here. If I won that, dude, oh my god.
Fucking hell. I said the only
Enjoy
reason
your
I did the
20
lottery
million from your
tonight,
taxes.
Yeah.
it's the Euro Millions here in the UK, well, in Europe. And they've got today, they do a special where they're guaranteed 22 millionaires that will win $1 million. So I thought, I'll take a punt. But I usually just play once every couple of weeks, just for the sake of it. But my dad, bless him, he won 20,000.
Nice
on the lottery. It was fucking. He had, it was digits. You get 2 different digits. If you got one other digit, it would have won $1 million. But
okay, yeah. This account too, you guys need to follow. Fiend for follows. The live scene of Triple H showing up at WWE HQ to see Vince, and it's the clip of when he tells him that, "Sorry, Vince, you've been relieved of your duties." I'm like, "Yep, that couldn't ring any more true today than it did 11 years ago." I'm like, "It's time to go." Yep.
Yeah.
Let's
just quickly
see.
Check some messages here. Let's have a look. What's going on? Right. From Botchamania. Holy shit. Also, Sean Ross Sapp is reporting Brock has walked out. Smack. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, he's gone.
We said that.
Yeah.
So I think what they're going to do is reports say they're going to shoehorn Rollins in the main event, which would make sense in a way. I think they're going to do an impromptu babyface turn because they always do that. Oh yeah, okay, I love you people now after healing on you for the last year and a half. Woohoo! I love you, America. And and then Roman, I'm going to take you down, grr. And that's it. Yep.
I agree. All right.
I don't know. They might try to do a little sneaky Pete in there too, just to shake things up and mix things up.
What you mean?
I think there's going to be some kind of shenanigans flavor there.
Could be because Theory does have the money in the bank.
Yep.
Because I know that he's one of Vince's guys, but it remains to be seen if he's going to be still pushed as a guy. I kind of worry for him a little bit.
Well,
Lesnar walked out.
Yeah, Lesnar walked. He said this. He's like, if Vince is gone, I'm leaving too. So we don't know if this is a thing of he said, fuck this, I'm out, or if it's going to be a fuck this, I'm out. I'm going to take a suspension and a $650,000 fine like Steve Austin did 20 years ago.
I'm sorry.
For your brother.
Well, if Lesnar's walking with Vince, I'm wondering if there's some dirt that they're trying to hide on that. Because that's pretty suspect that Lesnar would just walk out.
I think it's because Lesnar has kind of a certain loyalty to Vince, and I think he's one of Vince's guys. Because, if you've ever watched the Brock Lesnar documentary back in 2003, 4, whenever it was, they did their damnedest to put Brock over on that DVD. They painted Brock as if he was Jesus or something. Brock was literally the next big thing, no pun intended. And then when he walked, they fucking shit all over Brock for years because they replayed that clip of Eddie Guerrero beating Brock over and over and over again. Don't be surprised if they bring that back of clips of people just beating the fuck out of Brock in a way to bury him and make him look weak.
Possibly. 1 second. I'm just going to go let my cat in.
Yeah.
All right.
Still here.
Okay, so big update on the Vince McMahon retirement, according to Sean Ross Sapp. Brock Lesnar left. Kevin Dunn may be walking. Who's going to run things? There's a meeting going on. Message has been sent to talent. What talent were told weeks ago when the decision was made, and roles changing within the company. Okay, all according to Fightful.
Yes.
Let's see.
Come here. Switch to my check. Legs are killing me. Still here. I'm just moving things around. Don't mind
Yep.
me, guys.
It's all good. Okay, so yeah, all of this happened apparently or literally within the last 24 hours, which doesn't shock me. Okay, and yeah, people are fucking mad. Like the Vince stand, surprisingly, there are people that stand Vince McMahon. To no surprise, they're pissed off. Okay, you guys also need to follow Wrestle Cringe on Twitter. To the people who wanted Vince McMahon to retire, congratulations. You bitches got what you wanted. So congrats, bitches, and fuck you. You take your hatred for the man way too seriously. Okay.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck you. He's a horrible human being.
Yeah, no shit.
And he deserves what he gets.
There's
people were saying like on there, like, oh, he's a literal god. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a
no, he's not. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Another name. Bruce Pritchard, get the fuck out. Please.
Oh yeah. Please
get out.
Yeah, get out.
Get him out.
Get out. Yeah, because I think Ginger's right. All of Vince's guys are going to be forced out now. Every single one of them.
Triple H is going to, and Nick's going to, Triple H is going to put his guys in.
Yep. Because I think now you're going to see an internal battle between Triple H, Stephanie, and Nick Khan. That's exactly what's going to happen. Yep.
100%. It's going to be a three-way war like that?
No, it's going to be kind of like a 2-1 because Triple H and Steph are still married and they still get along real well. But yeah, it's going to be like the battle of fucking butting heads.
Oh, I hope it's not a NWO type situation.
No, it's going to be who has more influence over the company. And Vince is backing away like, hey, bitches, I don't give a shit. Like, y'all fight this out.
Good God Almighty, they've broken the company in half.
Yep, they've broken the company in half. Okay, you finally did a Vince McMahon impression. I am so proud of you. It took you long enough. You finally did a good Vince McMahon impression. Yay.
I thought it was JR who said that.
That's supposed to be JR.
Yeah.
It sounded like Vince.
You did a JR.
Yeah, but it's a Vince McMahon thing. I just.
It sounded like Vince. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so what do you think, Cheeto?
Dude, it's about time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been a proponent of Vince McMahon stepping away and being gone because of him just being a racist bastard. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was so many great like other ethnicity talent that he just raffle stomped all over. And I mean, I've talked about it till I'm blue in the face. We all know who we're talking about. You guys even talked about it earlier in the stream. I don't know a lot of the current workings of WWE, but I mean, Vince McMahon's been around for so long. It's like, dude, we know. Like this is. I don't know, guys. I don't know if they're going to recover from this. The only way that this is going to happen is if what you guys were saying, if The Rock buys it, that would give it enough positive publicity
that it could possibly make a comeback. Yeah, because I think. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying they can't shit the bed with it. They cannot.
No. At this point, all hands on deck. You have to be firing on all cylinders, literally.
Now they have to make it. They have to very much make sure that the company remains
profitable.
Profitable asset. I mean, profitable. It needs to be profitable beyond what it's making now because it's still living off of its deals.
And I was going to say too. Don't forget the TV deals are coming up before the end of the year too. So this also is going to have implications of like I know USA and Fox have got to be fucking scrambling right now. USA more than Fox, but
Fox would be pissed off because they'll be like, "We gave you $1 billion, and this product is a piece of shit."
Mm-hmm.
So
and apparently too, I found this out.
I think it still has another 2 years.
And I found this out. USA is the one that made the decision for WWE to go TV 14, not WWE. USA told them, you're going TV 14. We're going to give you a little more leeway. You can swear. You can go after the 18 to 34-year-old demographic again. So they're going to ramp up the content. But given today's sensitive society, I don't see it taking off as well as it should be. To me,
well, I mean,
it's not like the late 90s anymore.
AEW it just feels natural when they swear in their promo. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's just lifting a restriction that's there. Yeah. So if there's a slip up, if they want to go that extra mile and say fuck off and things like that, there's not going to be repercussions. There's not going to be people melting down. It's going to be an expectation. And I think just lifting that away and allowing that extra oomph is going to be easier on the wrestlers as well, because they don't have to tippy-toe around what they can and cannot do. So it's not necessarily using it as a crutch to say, like, all right, well, TV 14, let's get asses out, tits out, and everybody swear. It's more like, and you know what? If you swear, if you go that extra bit of violence, it's fine. You know, you can go that extra creative mile.
So they have a little more wiggle room, basically.
Yeah, they're going to have a little more.
Like they have in AEW, there's that little bit more wiggle room. And now with Vince just fucking gone, and with Triple H probably going to be allowing way more creative freedom towards the wrestlers as well. You know, you're going to get them being like, okay, fuck it, I can go all out now. I can beat me. I can do this. I can get myself over.
The one thing you're not going to see, though, is you're not going to see them go edgy in a TV 14 environment, because given how today's society is, that won't happen. I mean, if anything, you're going to hear them swear. You're going to hear them curse. You might see blood. You're not going to see blood on the level of AEW, and thank God that you're not going to see it as frequent as that. But
B2 Maniacs, we reported that before those two hacks.
Yeah.
USA
was like, I see TBS. Hey, what do you say that you could say bitch, but we'll let them say fuck. I'm like, that would break television if they actually have to do that. That would break it if they got to do that. But I don't see USA going that far. They won't let them say fuck.
No.
No, they'll let them say shit.
They'll let them say shit. That's as far as it's going to go.
Yeah. Well,
and the crowd would be like, oh my God, this is so edgy.
Yeah.
So Mattel's going to be like, God damn it.
Yeah, God damn it.
So who do you guys think they're going to push first? Like, I think, I don't know if you guys talked about this or not, but like when the new regime kind of takes over, who do you think is going to get the first push that, won't be, Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns?
I think that, I'm sorry.
Actually, we haven't talked about that. We haven't.
Who are they going to push to super
primed? Austin Theory and Braun Breaker, I think, are primed to kind of to get the push. I don't know for anyone else. I leave it to Hosea.
It's gonna be Rex Steiner, Braun Breaker. Triple H and Shawn Michaels have done such a good job really building him. He's tailor-made for the main roster. Like, he's a guy that Vince McMahon would push as the undisputed champion. Austin Theory, he's a good heel. I don't want him as a babyface. I think he just naturally screams like, hey, I'm a dick. Fuck you guys. I do this because I can. Like, that's how I see Austin Theory. But as far as the new guard, it remains to be seen who else they're going to really give the ball to.
Zam, did you just slam your dick on the fucking keyboard?
No,
right,
Juicy just pooped on it. Juicy had to put in some input.
Actually, no. Actually, Food X Music, you can only say fuck once before it becomes a TVMA rated R thing. You can only say the F word once. You can't say it more than that.
But isn't that in a movie and not TV?
Yeah, in a film, yeah.
Yeah, that's
actually, yeah, okay. I think in TV you can say fuck twice, but I still don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah,
PG-13. Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Are they now going to be able to use their own names, or at least come up with better names? Are we going to get rid of Braun Breaker?
Oh, please.
Better names, yes, but owning their own IP, probably
Let Steiner
not.
use his name.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Owning their own IP, they're not going to let them do that. Like AJ Styles, he'll get to keep his name. Shinsuke Nakamura, he'll get to keep his name. Other guys, no. They won't get to keep their names.
Well, that's only because these guys were...
Are we getting boobs again? I hope not. I don't want us going back to that era.
No.
Oh, the Attitude Era?
No, we're not going to get boobs again.
And I don't fucking want it. I'm always happy, like, if the female wrestlers choose to wear their attire and go as sexy as they want on their own volition.
That's on them. Yeah.
But parading them in their fucking lingerie, I think I've never liked it. I find it uncomfortable.
And
I hope we never go back there.
And I've already... Go ahead.
I was saying, and by the way, the on the definitive NerdTube list, the worst type of match is the
Braun Penny match. Yeah, that's what we unanimously agreed on. We said, yeah, that's. And the thing is, too, I've even stated this. You guys have to remember, for those of you that want TV 14 and Attitude, WWE is progressive now. They're not going to be going back because they don't want to. They don't want to be offending it.
It's not coming. Those days are gone, mate. Those days are gone. They're gone.
Yeah, those days are gone now because what's going to happen is WWE with the Titus O'Neil promo, if you guys didn't catch it, he openly said, he's like, this is what cracked me the fuck up too. He said, this WWE is a safe haven now. He actually said this. WWE is a safe haven. We don't discuss politics and religion and that kind of shit. He said that, for real.
Yeah.
He said we don't discuss that. Also, WWE, we're going to have Devon Dudley as a preacher. We're going to have, like Mayor Kane, and we're going to have Bob Backlund run for president and that kind of shit. So, we don't discuss politics and religion. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, I agree with Liam. I agree. Hang on to interrupt. I agree with Liam that everyone should go by the names that Jim Cornette gives them.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Kind of shit.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That's a guy that we will never see in WWE again. Jim Cornette. No. He'll never come back.
No, he kind of broke the mold
from wrestling now.
Yeah, he's mostly retired from the business. Yeah.
Yeah, after that bollocks that he said at NWA, which he left. He never got fired, by the way. He left through a strop that he was made to apologize, and then he left.
Yeah.
And his excuse was, I didn't want to bring any negative attention to the company and all this kind of shit. It's like, listen, the guy that runs NWA is a fucking Trump fan, so you weren't going to get fired. You left on your own volition. Don't fucking complain about it and call everyone else a snowflake. It was a shitty racist joke.
Yeah. And as far as WWE being edgy goes, it's just not going to happen like you guys think it will. Because for those of you that are thinking it, it's like, no, those days are gone. You're not going to get bra and panties matches. You're not going to get blood on the level of AEW. If you want TV 14 and edgy type of shit, go watch AEW because that's what they're doing right now. Yep. They're trying to be their version of edgy.
I think this came at the right time because when John Laurinaitis, I think did he take Triple H's position when Triple H stepped down?
Yes.
Okay, so when he did that, I remember from Athena, who was
Ember Moon.
I remember from her when she said that all of a sudden they're turning us to dress a lot sexier and more revealing stuff, and she was like, look at me, I don't do sexy, I do wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was when John Laurinaitis kind of took over. He was trying to basically regress the women's division back to basically what they wanted everyone to be like Mandy Rose kind of thing, just more sexy, more revealing kind of stuff, which again, on their own volition, that's fine. But when you're forced to do it, you don't tell the men to fucking sit there, walk parade around their thong. So don't tell the women to do that kind of thing.
I know the guys do that all on their own.
I know they wear like the smallest little fucking trunks ever. But
I know
this is the other thing I never understood with wrestling is how does it not have the biggest gay community fans? It's beyond me.
Maybe they're just not very vocal
those
about
tights
it.
are revealing too much, and they know that there's not much to go for.
Yeah, they're like, that's not gonna hurt.
Yeah, those Roy Twiggenberries really aren't that revealing.
No.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I don't know. I said to my friend, because I went to pick up my kids, and their stepdad watched wrestling back in the day, and I told him, I said, dude, Vince retired. He said, I saw that. I said, I might watch SmackDown tonight. He's like, me too.
I'm actually going to watch SmackDown tonight because for the first time in years, I'm actually excited about the WWE. And I never thought I'd say that.
I don't expect any changes for tonight. I'm interested to see how they handle it. And I know you guys talked a little bit about it earlier, but
the show's already
really interested.
I bet you. How much can I bet Vince ripped up the script 2 times before he announced his retirement? Because I bet he did. I bet you he did. I bet you he was like, oh, okay. I'm retired now. That's the last script I'm ever going to rip up.
It would be interesting to hear the last story about the last script he ever read. I don't know. It's such a breath of fresh air and everything like that. Like, I mean, as I said, it's like that gasp of air when you've been underwater too long and you come up, and even though you're still going to be breathing for the rest of your life, that first gasp when you get
not
up
the
above that
same.
water,
Yeah, it's not
it's
the
like
same.
so today. You guys are right. Today is a big day in pro wrestling. Like,
this is the biggest day of the year. It really is. I mean, honestly, I don't see.
I would say almost decade, man.
I don't see us talking about anything this earth-shattering in the wrestling world for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say decade because don't forget, there was all the hype around CM Punk returning, and then there was the hype around AEW launching.
But for WWE, this is it. For WWE, this is easily it.
For WWE, this is the biggest news they've had since the pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a decade ago, wasn't it?
Since the pipe bomb.
11 years.
Yeah, 11 years.
That's 11 years ago. And that's what brought me back into watching wrestling was that pipe bomb.
And now, and it's taken Vince McMahon to announce his retirement to get me back into it. Because honestly, now I think I might have to go back on my vow and say, I know I said I was never going to talk about this shit again, but I might have to come back to it.
Well, but there's always an asterisk. When everybody says that, there's always an asterisk of saying, I'll never come back to it. Little asterisk in fine print, unless Vince McMahon leaves.
Yeah, because I did say unless he retires.
As soon as he stepped down, that's when we said we'll go back and start watching again.
Yeah, because
there's
now
always the caveat there, so you don't have to worry about it. You're protected under the
couple of months. But
if anything, I am going to watch SummerSlam. It might have to be a thing of I might make SummerSlam a priority next weekend. Because that's going to be the start of the new era. That's going to be
on Sunday or Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, I think they've moved them to Saturdays.
Yeah, Saturday, July 30th.
Might do a watch-along if anyone wants to
join
join me.
I'm in for that because, I'm actually looking forward to this.
What date is it?
Let's do it.
July 30th, so we could book it.
So it's my birthday. I'll be busy.
Happy birthday. Okay, but dude.
It's my birthday.
All right, you got better things to do. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But I'll do a watch-along this time. I had no intention of, but given that.
Given this news, it's almost kind of like we have to do one.
Yeah.
It would be a disservice not to, but holy crap. Wow.
I mean, as I said, I am blown away.
We all literally thought we'd never see this day.
Yeah, I figured we'd read a sad little story in the paper about him kicking the bucket first.
Yeah, food, music.
Next big news God forbid someone dies. Yeah.
The next major news story will be Tony Khan's heart exploding during a coke meth binge.
I mean, that's true.
Either that or his arsehole gets ripped apart by Castiglione's massive dome.
Yeah. SummerSlam is a big pay-per-view, too. Premium live event.
It is.
It's a big premium live event, you son of a bitch.
I'm not even going to be surprised, actually, if they have Vince wait till SummerSlam, then he comes out. Because I'm like, that I could see more of them doing is like, oh, okay, we'll wait till SummerSlam, and then you can come say goodbye. It's a pay-per-view. It's a premium live event.
The worst stunner ever, and we're all happy.
Yeah, Vince can come out.
After that. That's the real reason why he's retired.
Thank God. Thank you. I've been waiting for you. God damn it. I've waited for you. You needed to be here. Where were you?
We have procrastinated and stalled for time.
We waited for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The front slot.
We've waited for you. Do you know how long we waited for you? We've gone on for an hour and 47 minutes. We're not going off until Shredder gets his ass here so we can talk about it.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Why
is it just my face on the screen?
I don't know.
For dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I've only just got home from work. So
actually, guys, but I have my kids, so I have to tag out. So
okay, perfect. Yeah.
See you later.
All right,
thanks very much. This was quite shocking to me. I thought Vince was probably going to try and write this out because you look at the way he responded the first time when the $3 million settlement came out. When the news of that came out, he came out on SmackDown and just like, fuck you, I'm still here. And now it's finally happened. He's gone, and I think there's probably going to be some more behind this. I honestly think he's doing this because there's going to be more coming out. The Wall Street Journal's probably got some more information.
It's like this.
They even said they do.
It's like this. It's like, it's closing in on him, and it's over. I mean, going forward, there's nothing he can do. He's not going to come back from this. He just can't.
I mean, he's done. And the fact that the biggest I think the biggest issue was probably when the story broke that he had got an NDA with a member of the roster.
And that's a violation because people are like, they can't force Vince out. Yes, they can.
Mm-hmm.
They could force him out over that because for those that don't know, that's in clear violation of the company. There's a clause in the contract that states if you have relations like with a member of the roster or an employee in general in corporate America, you cannot do this because if you do that, we can fire you. You will be forced out.
Yeah, the woman in question probably isn't going to come forward. I think pretty much everybody has guessed who it is.
Yeah, and we for reasons we're just not going to say who it is. You all can figure that out on your own.
Yeah, well, I can eliminate 3 off the bat that were mentioned. One was Dawn Marie. She was fired around that time, but the thing is, Dawn Marie was fired while pregnant. She sued WWE for that, and trust me, if she had got a $7 million settlement, she would not be working as a nurse today, which she currently is.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, throughout the pandemic, she would not have been doing that if she got a $7 million settlement in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Molly Holly, no chance.
No chance.
No
Absolutely
goddamn
not.
way.
Absolutely.
No, she came back as well.
Yeah, there's the fact that she came back, but also the fact that, remember, I mean, she
She's
was a
a good
virgin and
person.
WWE made her a heel for that.
Yeah, and she's a good-hearted person. I mean, you can't say that.
Right.
You can't say that about too many people in today's landscape of the business.
And the
She's
third
one of those few that get
the third name that was floating around that you can automatically rule out was Jackie Gator.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what Charlie Haas would have done to Vince McMahon if that was the case?
Oh, it would have been worse than Nails. It would have been easily worse than Nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those were the 3. Those were 3 of the names that were floating around, and you could just automatically eliminate. So
the one we
process of elimination. I think everybody's figured out who it is. I'm not going to say who it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to say who it is, just out of respect.
You mentioned, I think it was Ginger Greek. You mentioned you don't understand why there's not, a massive gay community of fans regarding pro wrestling. Well, I think probably just the fact that pro wrestling has been notoriously homophobic for so many years.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't forget Gold Dust.
Yeah, that's been one of the biggest turnoffs for the gay community. Is a lot of the homophobic gimmicks. Not even Gold Dust. You go back to things like adorable Adrian Street.
Yep.
It's also why. You look at wrestling back in likes of the 70s, and the crowd was largely made up of women.
Yep.
You had huge amounts of women showing up to the events. You look at the Attitude Era, the attendance of women just dropped and dropped and dropped. And you've got to say that's probably in line with the storylines they were putting women in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fact that they were basically treated like, oh, you're just a bunch of skanks, hoes.
And this is why we're telling you all now that they will never go back to that. They can't.
Oh, no. They will never bring that back. And thank fucking God if John Laurinaitis is gone, because
he's another one. They're never going to bring him back.
Trying again. Did you hear, like, with some of the stories that came out when he took Triple H's place, where he was just saying, right, let's.
Yeah, he was telling Mandy Rose. He was telling Ember Moon that she had to look more like Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
And again, that doesn't shock me, because if you remember, his hiring policy at one point was calling up women that he was finding in lingerie and bikini catalogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that this is the way it was going. In fact, I could actually start to see some of that with the latest intake from NXT's roster.
NXT, yeah.
Women like Tiffany Stratton, for example, that she to me just screamed John Laurinaitis' old fetishes coming back.
Yeah, big time.
So thank God if he's gone. Kevin Dunn, I did expect to go for the simple reason there was allegations of a stock scam. Kevin Dunn was alleged to be involved in insider trading. He sold off about $1 million worth of stock right before the Wall Street Journal published its allegations about Vince McMahon.
Of insider trading.
He's out. Actually, I'm going to tell you either way, he's out. Because Triple H, I think, is going to fire Kevin Dunn.
Richard as well.
Who?
Bruce Pritchard as well.
Oh yeah, Bruce Pritchard is out.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah,
He is gone.
I can see Pritchard. Yeah, he's probably gone too.
Yeah.
The only way he's going to be kept around is if they're just looking for someone to replace him. He'll maybe be kept around for a couple of weeks, and they'll bring somebody in to replace him.
Yeah, I think as far as Shane and Stephanie, I think they will still. Stephanie more so will still be there. Shane, I think, doesn't give a shit either way.
This was now we're talking about in the past. Now if they come out with all the homophobic stuff that they came out with now, the WWE would have just been in shit.
It
would have been cancel culture like a long time ago.
Well, the network would have come down on them like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Darren Young, for example, if they tried doing like the Billy and Chuck angle with Darren Young when he came out as gay,
that it would have been over.
Yeah,
it would have been over.
It would have been over.
Yeah. So no, we're talking about historically in the past the fact that they were notoriously homophobic with a lot of their angles. So things like Billy and Chuck, things like Goldust, Adrian Street. There was so much homophobia involved in professional wrestling, and a lot of it from the WWE. So,
and don't forget, we also touched on this too. Vince is a racist bastard. That admittedly, he is. Because don't forget, he actually went up to. I know Booker T agreed to this, but the Survivor Series 05 promo, he actually said the N-word. And granted, nobody batted an eye back then, but you cannot do that now. You cannot get away with that today. You just can't.
Funnily enough, there was an interview I recently watched. It was with Alex Wright, and he was asked a question about Juventud Guerrera, and the incident in the hotel in Australia. And I left something in the comment section because Alex Wright wasn't entirely sure if Juvi got fired over it, and I put something in the comment section which was simply, Juvi did actually get fired for it, but WCW named the wrong wrestler. When WCW put out a press release when they fired Juventud Guerrera, they actually put down that it was Salvador Guerrero who was fired. The real name of Chavo Guerrero.
Okay. You learned something.
Juventud Guerrero's real name is Eduardo Hernandez. So WCW said in their press release that they had fired Salvador Guerrero. Chavo only found out because Eddie called him and asked what the hell had happened. So Chavo had to get confirmation that, am I still employed? What the hell is going on? But and Lance Storm brought this up as well, which it was shocking that this was not brought up in the racial discrimination lawsuit that was filed against WCW. But you talk about Vince being a racist bastard. Well, there was a lot of stuff that came out in things like the WCW racial discrimination lawsuit, including Vince Russo reportedly saying the N-word over and over again and saying wrestling is a white man's game. He's also been public in other statements, such as that he doesn't think the Japanese talent, is ever going to get over in the United States. I think it wasn't his words something along the lines of, if I'm an American, so I want to watch Americans wrestling. I don't want to watch Mexicans. I don't want to watch Japanese.
And don't forget too, Ernest the Cat Miller and Sonny Ono sued WCW over this.
Yeah, that was the racial discrimination lawsuit.
And don't forget too, I'm going to go ahead and say it. The reason why Booker T won the WCW title was because of that controversy. I'm fully convinced. Because Russo tries to cover his ass and be like, oh, the booking committee decided that. No, you decided that because you were getting, hammered from all sides.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the only reason Booker T won the WCW title. Sorry, but it's true.
But going back to Vince McMahon and this fallout, again, I was not surprised this was coming after... Of course, the further when it was discovered, it had not just been $3 million in NDAs; it had been $12 million, and that was what was known so far.
I'm going to go ahead. Okay, everybody, make a prediction. How many millions? I'm going to say 50, easily 50. Vince has spent $50 million on NDAs.
About 30 odd.
I'm going to say about 35.
That's the big question. I think probably somewhere in the region. I think it's probably going to be somewhere in the region of about 20 million.
Okay. I could be overshooting it then. Yeah.
Well, the reason I'm going to say 20 million is because this was something that was brought up recently in another podcast I listened to, which was how many women just walked away. They didn't want anything to do. They didn't want anything further. They didn't want any money. They just walked away. They didn't want any more hassle. So, I mean, it's possible there are more stories out there. Paul London, as I did say, has made an allegation regarding Ashley Massaro.
Yeah, and that's not surprising at all.
Yeah. The allegation is that Ashley Massaro would be in tears because Vince McMahon would be insisting that she flies on the jet with him.
Yeah.
And there's been a number of reports and rumors over the years that Vince would proposition the Divas, or at least some of them, during the flights.
And here's what I think is going to happen.
Out of Stratus's mouth once Vince is gone.
I think what's going to happen is WWE, they're going to be in a shitstorm, not necessarily now. It's going to be the day Vince dies. That's when you're going to hear a bloodstorm of you're going to hear a bloodstorm of stories the day Vince is dead, because I'm
telling you, all the women are going to come out big time.
The day he dies,
How much credibility has all this stuff added to the allegations that Rita Chatterton brought all those years ago?
And I know she said, she's like, I'm not going to come forward yet. That was kind of intriguing to me. I'm like, okay, so you will do it, but I think it's going to be when he's gone. She's waiting for that day.
Or she's going to lawyer up.
Yeah.
I was saying
now that the NDAs have come out, she might be getting prepared to lawyer up.
They might. There's a shitstorm coming. That's why they had to get rid of him.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
There's more coming. So it's not just your eyes aren't just going to be on how's WWE going to change.
It's going to be Vince.
Yeah. It's going to be what the fuck else is going to come out on the Wall Street Journal.
Yep.
And I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were watching us at the time, but even if Dark Side of the Ring is finished, they will come back and do Vince McMahon special upon his death.
Oh, they have.
Oh yeah. Oh, they have to. It's a given.
Yeah. I would do every season will be a decade. So you have the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, or the 80s.
I'll watch all 4 of them too.
Yeah, I'll watch them.
Every decade will be enough to fill up 5 or 6 episodes.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the loss of the Netflix documentary was no big deal, given who was making it.
Yeah. They were that was a puff piece so they could paint Vince as the apple pie America. Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, it was the same people that did the documentary about Andre the Giant, where they, got so much of that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that one.
Yeah, they bollocks that one up. I want to get your thoughts, Shredder, on creative moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to happen? Like we said that it's going to go more like the indies now with Triple H kind of at the helm. But I just want to get your thoughts on it while I check some
Well,
of
it
the
depends.
comments.
Is he going into full creative, or is he just taking up the role as EVP?
He, at the moment, is the EVP, but we're thinking he's going to get shoehorned back in creative.
He's going to get the creative as well.
That's the thing. I don't think he's going to want to take on that much more responsibility, because remember, he's still dealing with the heart issues.
Yeah.
He's got to deal with he's got to watch his stress level. So I'm thinking he might try and get somebody in. Maybe he'll go looking for some guys that were fired previously.
I mean, I don't mean that he'll be like in the sense. What I mean is he'll be the one in charge of it, like delegating, hiring people, and things like that. And I was saying he can't go bring in the old guards or anything.
Yeah, the old guard has to go.
I was saying that he should actually look to go towards the UK and Germany and Australia, outside of America, to bring in fresh eyes onto the product creatively. Because if he brings in Americans, you're likely to get the same kind of stagnant product.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's some guys he can pick up from different promotions, and they've not been seen on a wide platform. So I think they could do very, very well.
I got an idea.
But here's something I think might happen if they're smart about it. I think they might try and reach out to Delirious.
I got an idea. What if the Forbidden Door actually fucking opens? It could. I mean, you never know.
It's possible.
It's a possibility. WWE and AEW could co-promote because good mic work. Okay, if you guys don't follow him, he's a fucking genius. He came out with the idea of doing a trade-off for 1 week. Danhausen goes to WWE and R-Truth goes to AEW for 1 week. It would be strictly for comedic effect. It would be fucking hilarious. I'd like to see something like that actually happen. Just
Yeah,
as
well,
a small, like, yeah,
welcome to WWE.
yeah, and Danhausen goes to WWE for 1 week. Yeah.
But if I was a betting man, I honestly think they would probably creative wise. I don't think Triple H is going to be as hands on as you would have expected him to be, like he was in NXT.
I could see him maintaining NXT, but I don't see him. I don't know if I see him maintaining Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
NXT
I mean, he might decide to do NXT, particularly if he's got Shawn Michaels working with him.
Do you think
he's got somebody to take the pressure off?
Do you think
he might look to some guys that WWE let go, like for example, Gabe Sapolsky.
Yeah.
And do you think that WWE Raw is going to take more of a wrestling direction? Because that's where I think they're going. I think they're going to focus more on the wrestling matches rather than 20-minute promos and that kind of shit.
Well, the 20-minute promos are also just time wasters, really, or time eaters.
Yeah. Because I wonder if they're going to take it more wrestling heavy, because I know Triple H said he wants it to be more of a wrestling product. That's what he wants to focus on, is the in-ring aspect instead of promos like Vince.
Oh, Shredder hit on the point as well. Like Shawn Michaels could take over NXT.
Yeah,
completely, creatively. That's a good move.
That's not it's definitely not the worst move that could happen.
Well, I mean, I tried to watch NXT recently, and fucking hell,
yeah, oh god, it's painful.
Bollocks, rubbish. So it needs,
So he needs that shot in the arm.
Yeah. And as far as the boom period, because I know people are bringing that up, like, oh, TV14, Attitude's coming back. No, absolutely not. It ain't gonna happen.
You are not going to see things like the Divas segments again. You are not going to see things like the Dicks, if you remember that failed tag team.
I do.
Yeah. You're not going to see things like Beaver Cleavage.
You're not going to see both the hands. Thank God for that. Thank God.
We are thankfully not going to see it. We're not going to see over-the-top racial stereotypes again.
No.
There's a lot of things we are just not going to see from the Attitude Era, and I think rightfully so.
WWE
is gone.
WWE, I think, is going to openly just tell you, hey, guys, it's a show. Like, I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to tell you, because Titus O'Neil basically did that on Raw Monday. He basically said, here's the deal. We put smiles on people's faces. And I think that's the way it's going to stay. I don't see it.
I'm hoping that, because they still bring in, like, the fucking racial stereotypes even to this day. And I'm hoping they just ditch that and they're just like, hey, you know what? You're an Indian wrestler from Canada. That's what you are. You can drop your fucking accent now. You can just be who you want to be. You don't have to wear your turbans or your face paints unless that's what you want to do. We won't bring on fucking what's his name and give him a Nigerian accent.
I'd like to see Apollo Crews.
Yeah, all this stupid shit.
Apparently, that was Apollo's idea.
That was cringe and funny at the same time, though. Yeah,
Christ, that was terrible. Crime Time and all this kind of stuff up. But even as recently as a New Day, where they were meant to be like, hey, we're happy-go-lucky black dancing guys, with preachers and all this kind of stuff. Thankfully, they made it their own.
Yeah.
And took it in a different direction.
What I don't want to see is a Kevin Sullivan type of thing where Triple H gives it to all his buddies that he's friends with. Because remember, he did that with Sheamus. He pushed Sheamus to the fucking moon simply because Sheamus helped carry Triple H's bags. I'm like, that needs to stop. I don't want to see favoritism.
Yeah, the nepotism was really, really bad.
Because Triple H is guilty of pushing guys that he's buddies with.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're going to see Shane McMahon back. I know there's been some speculation on that, but I don't think
I think it's over for Shane. Yeah.
Yeah. When they fired him after the Royal Rumble.
We don't need him. Yeah, we don't need him.
If anything, it's going to be a 2-on-1 battle, Triple H and Stephanie versus Nick Khan. That's what we're thinking. It's going to be an internal fight. It's not going to be something where they get along swimmingly. That's not happening.
Oh yeah,
Nick is in pole position now to try and push them out next.
Yep.
It's more. I'm wondering who's going to be fired from the boardroom. I'm wondering who are they going to find out leaked to the Wall Street Journal.
Whoever it is, yeah, they better have made it out okay.
It's probably Nick Khan.
If it is Nick Khan, well, he's gone.
Yeah.
If they ever find out that it was Nick Khan, he'd be gone.
That's what if I'm Triple H and Stephanie, I'm now going to start pushing to make moves to get Nick Khan out.
Yeah, if you hope to save your company.
So many people have criticized him and how he changed everything for the worse since he's come in, and I'm hoping now that they're in pole position, they can start ousting him out. Maybe try and sway Vince to do it. I don't know.
I have a question. I'm sorry. Yeah. I have a question, Ginger. Do you think that there's a possible trump card that might be hiding in the wings that's waiting to get played for this?
For who?
For Stephanie.
You mean like, okay, you think if Stephanie has something, or you think they're going to force her out?
I think Stephanie has something, or Stephanie and Triple H have something just waiting to play. And force, Nick Khan out.
They could have dirt on Nick Khan. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
They could have dirt on Nick Khan, but I think in the opposite. I think what's going to happen is Nick Khan is looking to sell to NBC because that's the statement I stand by. I'm like, I'm not going to budge on that. I'm like, Nick Khan wants to sell to NBC. He wants them to own it. But, stranger things have happened. Ginger said that the company could tank, and The Rock could end up buying the WWE, which is very
so interesting.
Well, he bought the XFL. I mean, his film studio is worth an absolute fortune.
Yeah.
I think if The Rock was to actually make
worth money, he will come in.
He would be able to get sponsored.
Investors. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, he'd have financial backing. This wouldn't be a case of like when Elon Musk, was talking about buying Twitter, and having to. Because I think when Musk was talking about buying Twitter, he was talking about using a lot of his own capital at first.
Yep.
And then Tesla's stock tanked.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, I don't think he has to worry about, share prices.
No, because
he would have investors.
Yeah, like I said, WWE, for people that think it's going to sell for like millions, I'm like, no. WWE is going to sell for $5 billion minimum. Easy.
Well, that's if they get the stock price back up because it's
going to take a hit right now.
And it took a hit. It took a hit of about $1 billion.
And it's going to take a hit now that Vince is out.
I think it'll continue to take a couple of hits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think without Vince being there to kind of do your quick kind of turnarounds that he does to prop up the stock, I think it will continue to plummet. And I think that's the plan to sell it. I know obviously you'd want to sell it high, but at this point in time, you might just want to. It depends on who you're selling it to. If you're going to sell it to the network, then you want to get the stock up. But if Nick Khan, say for example, because again, he's friends with The Rock. So if he's planning to sell it to The Rock, he might want to start tanking the stock. So then The Rock can come in and buy it. And Nick Khan will stay on the CEO and still make money kind of thing. These kind of things, it could be complete bollocks what I'm talking about. But the Rock has never ruled out buying the WWE. I did think he said he would be interested.
I know he's interested in investing in it. I know he has said that. Like he is looking forward to kind of like investing in it and buying some stake in it.
I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
But if you remember, Stephanie McMahon was installed as CEO in order to stabilize the stock. It was the idea that, okay, well, there is a McMahon still in charge.
Yeah.
So that's why Stephanie was made interim CEO and is now co-CEO with Nick Khan.
Yeah,
I think maybe the stock price is going to take a small hit, but I don't think it will be as catastrophic as it was when the first allegation came out, when again, they had $1 billion wiped off their share value. So I think the chances are what will happen is maybe somewhere in the region between $300,000 and $500,000. Sorry, $300,000. 300 million and $500 million is what I would say is probably what it would be hit by, if anything. That's like the high end if it gets hit.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a case of, I think more likely the stock price will stay round about the same. And depending on what direction WWE takes, who they fire, who they hire, we could see the price going back up to the point where it does get back to being worth about $5 billion.
all of McMahon's people are out. I can guarantee you that right now.
Yeah.
First things first. All of his people
I'm
are going to be
pre-
gone.
I mean, look,
I'm
given the
pretty sure they will
trajectory
be.
of the product in terms of ratings and ticket sales and merch sales, it can only go up from here if they play their cards right. Otherwise, it's just going to continue to plummet. And when those TV deals come back on the table, Fox are not going to offer $1 billion again for WWE.
USA is telling them you either shape up or ship out. USA's already there.
Yeah.
They're telling them get your shit together now. We're giving you TV 14 for a reason.
Yeah, and we know Fox were massively pissed off at the quality of the product. They're like, "What the fuck did we pay $1 billion for?"
And like you also said too,
2 years left on that deal.
Yeah, and like you also said too, looking at TV ratings is not the way to go anymore. It's all going to be about online because we're all going digital now. That's the way of the future. Everything is going to be digital. Cable is a dying fucking platform.
Oh, it's pretty
about
much dead now.
And you know the old method is just out. It's not all about, because a lot of people will just either download on torrent or stream it online and watch it later online via some means or another. And it's all about your engagement. Are people engaging online? If they're engaging online, then they're still watching the adverts if they're streaming it through other means and all this kind of stuff. Are they buying the product? Is the merch sales going to go up, down, all this kind of stuff? You can't just say like, oh, hey, this demographic. I know USA Network and all that kind of rely on that, but you've got to move past that kind of model. You've got to see what your overall sales are. But because obviously the USA Network stuff is not tied to the merchandise sales and all this kind of stuff, they are what they get through the advertising, but they're making their money back on that. So USA Network is doing fine in that regard. They make their money back through their advertising.
But they're still telling WWE, you need to get your shit together.
Yeah. The people at WWE can't look at their product how they used to look at it, which is what's going on with the TV ratings. As long as the advertisers are still making money for like USA Network, they're going to be happy. But in terms of WWE, they've got to see what their overall engagement is now, because that's how it works. Yeah. Let's see. Are there any other updates? Let's see the comments.
Yeah. Let's see the
Anyone
Twitter
remember
machine.
Dukebusters? I have no idea.
All right. Okay.
See
we
the
can
objectification of women.
No,
Nikita Lyons' outfit is ridiculous and is made to look blokes.
No. Wait till what I'm about to tell you. No.
Oh, come on, tell us.
Wait. Before you do Shredder, what did you have to say?
Yes.
Well, no, I completely disagree. I don't think Nikita Lyons' outfit is designed explicitly for objectification. I think it's something she feels comfortable with given her body type. I mean, she's flaunting the fact that she's got a big ass. Let's be honest. I mean, it's not something she's doing because she's been told to. I mean, I think this was
no,
what
if you look at her social media,
it's the kind of stuff she was doing in the Indies.
Read the chat.
Read the chat.
Read the private chat.
We got here.
You'll know why too. You'll feel my pain in about 30 seconds.
Report that they will make overtures. Oh, Jesus fucking!
Sorry, what?
Bring in Goldberg to replace Brock Lesnar at WWE SummerSlam.
What?
No!
Oh,
God. So they're going to make a walker for him?
You think straight away going to do that?
Why? No.
I mean, you could easily build, I don't know, Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns.
Shit. Yeah.
And even if Braun Breaker loses, at least you've got the challenge there.
As long as he can get in a competitive match and they leave saying Braun Breaker pushed Roman more than anyone ever has, that's how you got a superstar right there.
That's how you book it. Yeah.
Yep.
And then he pushes him so hard that Austin Theory comes in, cashes in, and wins the belt. And then after that, you set up Braun Breaker versus Austin Theory, which was my what I said is probably going to happen around next SummerSlam or WrestleMania anyway. You just bring it forward a bit.
Yep.
WWE is such a shoddy product anyway that it doesn't really matter who's at the forefront as long as it's not the same fucking guys again.
Yeah.
So, don't bring back bloody Goldberg. Unless you bring back Goldberg to beat the shit out of Roman Reigns for then Austin Theory to cash in and win the belt. But it's still bad booking. Bad booking. What's going on? He's left. We shouldn't be doing this bad booking. Hopefully it's just rumors and it doesn't happen. Or hopefully the mood online is just like, don't fucking do this. Bring in the younger guys. Let them push.
You would hope.
Put fucking Drew McIntyre in the main event. You know, there's plenty of guys there. Put fucking Slapper in the main event. What's his name? Black guy, for fuck's sake.
Big E?
No.
No,
Slaphead.
he's out injured still.
Big bastard.
Omos.
No, not Omos.
No.
God. He just won the belt off of Austin Theory in the last pay-per-view.
Lashley.
Fuck, my brain is just I'll bring Lashley in, you know.
Well,
I know he's exciting, but
well, here's the thing. I think I can actually see the point of probably bringing Goldberg in purely because it's name value. And you've got, well, again, hear me out. How pissed do you think Fox are going to be if Lesnar has walked out?
Yeah, you're right. Fuck.
yeah, that's true.
There's no happy medium. There's no happy way to this, is there?
Yeah.
At least temporarily, anyway. I mean, the smart thing to do would be have Theory come in and fuck everything up. But yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that.
Oh, again, this is one of those interesting things. Let's see. Are they grabbing him right now to bring in Goldberg now? Are they grabbing him now to show up at SmackDown tonight?
I'm not going to be surprised. I mean,
even if he doesn't show up in SmackDown, I mean, it's very easy for him to just cut a promo when he's at home.
Yeah.
Goldberg can cash in. Goldberg can cash in as I'm money in the Goldberg contract because fuck you, I got money. I'm Goldberg. I'm Goldberg, bitch. That's how this goes.
Fucking bring in Goldberg. Thanks, Austin Theory's crying. I hope you're happy now.
Well, that would be a hell of a swerve, you know. If I don't know if Goldberg beats the shit out of Reigns, still loses the match, and Theory cashes in.
That'd be actually kind of dope.
That would be great.
I think either way they have to do that.
Yeah, they kind of have to. They kind of have to have Roman be the one. They kind of have to have Goldberg be the one to get his ass kicked because they're not going to protect Roman, or they're not going to protect Goldberg. They won't do that.
Yeah,
they're
like,
because Goldberg is fucking old. Like, let's keep it real. Goldberg is
not
like.
Only that, isn't Goldberg a WCW guy?
Yeah,
like,
more or less. More or less.
But they slapped the title on him already at WWE.
Oh yeah, and then speaking of interesting news. Edge and Bray Wyatt could be also coming back to WWE.
I have heard that rumor.
I'm kind of intrigued.
Well, the promos they've been showing, you know, have indicated that Edge is coming back because they're showing guys, you know, promos of guys that he's faced in the past and beaten.
And the last one,
Kurt Angle, Mick Foley, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. Well, what they did with Edge is they started him up like with his heel stable, and then they kicked him out because they wanted it to be like the Ministry of Darkness. Edge said, "Fuck that, I'm not doing it." So they kicked him out of the group, and then in this last promo, there were words, "I'm coming too." So that means Bray Wyatt could also be back, which is kind of intriguing. I'm like, okay, because there has been talk that Bray Wyatt might be coming back.
All of that sounded stupid what they did with Edge there. I don't know. Did he leave because he was genuinely pissed off, or was it just part of the story?
He was generally pissed off. He did not want it to be like The Undertaker because he's like, that's The Undertaker. I'm not doing The Undertaker. I'm fucking Edge.
Wasn't they basically copying the House of Black?
No, it was kind of like they wanted it to be a Ministry of Darkness kind of thing, kind of like a satanic, like goth type of fucking thing.
Think what the Brood should have been back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Like,
if they
picture it like
went and did that vampire stuff.
Yeah, picture it like 20 years too late, essentially.
Yep.
Wow. Gerald Briscoe is fucking shilling hard right now. Gerald Briscoe, disappointed to see all of you jabronis celebrating retirement of the man who created the world that gave you so much enjoyment growing up. If Vince never existed, all you marks would have sadder lives than you already do.
Jesus.
I'd like to go on record and say that WCW fucking gave me more enjoyment and fun than WWE ever did. And before and after that, it was ECW. Then after that, it was TNA. All right. I followed WWE for a collective before coming back in 2011 for about, while Macho Man was there, and then again during the Attitude Era, and that was it. Other than that, I just didn't fucking like WWE.
Yep. Yeah, Gerald Briscoe shilling out hard for Mr. McMahon. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr.
I mean,
McMahon.
given what Vince McMahon is being accused of, I mean, this is like, trying to say, how dare you criticize Harvey Weinstein given all the great movies his studio produced?
Yeah. How dare you?
Exactly.
I meant to talk to you about this, Shredder. How dare you crucify R. Kelly? Because I meant to talk to you about that this whole time. I was like, I told you that motherfucker would get caught, and R. Kelly ended up getting caught, dumbass.
Yeah. How could you? He gave us Ignition and the remix to Ignition.
It's the remix to Conviction, hot and fresh up in prison. Bubba rolling that body got me up here in submission.
I'm sipping on toilet water. I'm sorry, I raped your daughter.
Wow.
Oh.
We're getting cancelled tonight.
Yeah.
I can hear the angry tweets already.
Yeah, because there's people that like R. Kelly. Like, how you gonna say that about R. Kelly? How you motherfuckers gonna justify him peeing on somebody? Like, for real? Like, yeah. How you gonna like Dave Chappelle? Like, he goes up to Dave Chappelle and talk about how you gonna make a video about peeing on somebody, motherfucker? How you
gonna make a video about peeing on somebody? So funny.
Yeah,
that guy just cracks me up, man.
Yeah. All right. Any more tweets and all that bullshit? Yeah, they're talking about bringing in Goldberg. Plans are in flux, so it's going to happen because God forbid.
Oh God!
I can't wait to see how they spin this though, because if they have Michael Cole and Pat McAfee on commentary again talking about Brock Lesnar walked out on the job, you can't do that, dude. It's like, shut up, y'all are kissing Vince's ass right now, so I don't want to hear this bullshit. You can't put
more drama and more reasons to watch the fucking product. You see, all the controversies that happen outside of the ring, what draw people into the bloody product.
And goddamn, this is a good time. I wish Confidential was still around. I fucking miss WWE Confidential. That puff piece that they did on Stone Cold burying him, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
They had JR and Vince bury him, and it's like Stone Cold was advertised to appear on Monday Night Raw, and he didn't show up. But we're not going to mention why he didn't show up. We're just going to say he didn't show up.
Well, they did that on Raw too. I mean, they buried him completely on Raw.
Yep.
But remember I think that's is that the most famous section of Confidential, or would that be CSI Stamford when they pinned Miss Elizabeth's death on Lex Luger?
I'm going to say the Austin one, because the Austin one is the more frequent one they talk about. You don't really hear about the Miss Elizabeth one as much. Although
there's still dirt on the shovel with the Austin one.
Yeah, they still talk about that for whatever reason. I'm like, I don't know why you don't talk about Miss Elizabeth, but that is a good point. They probably don't talk about Miss Elizabeth because they want to try to whitewash that and just say like, oh, she died. We're not going to tell you how, but she passed away. So, yeah.
Well, the Confidential piece, they were, quite explicit about how she died, and they were saying it was Luger's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't she overdose because Luger gave her some drugs?
They were both addicts.
I know
they were both abusing heavily, and she overdosed. And the 911 call from Luger, trying to get her help is, horrifying.
Yeah, it's tough to listen to because it's all you could find it on YouTube. They have the clip.
Yeah, because WWE played it. They put it on Confidential.
Mm-hmm. And you could find the clip on YouTube. It's up there. And it's been almost 20 years. That's fucking scary.
And to be fair, that really changed Lex Luger after that.
Yeah, it did. He was never the same. Yeah.
He was devastated, so you can't really blame him. You can, if you take, you take. If you don't take, you don't take, kind of thing, The fault does lie on Miss Elizabeth.
Okay, Sean Rossap, I might subscribe to your Fightful website because he's going to have news breaking out about how all this shit happened. How much is it? Oh, okay, for $5 a month, that ain't bad. But I'll just wait because Twitter will tell me how all this came
Twitter
about.
will tell you. Twitter's going to be the must see social media.
Oh, for the next at least 48 hours, go to Twitter, everybody.
Yeah,
because you're gonna. And it's going to get worse. I predict by this time next week, we might be back because I think there's going to be more about Vince, and I know Zam's going to be like, you guys got to talk about it. And it's like, okay, fine. We already did for like 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 37 seconds and counting.
Well, that was my as soon as I saw the Vince thing, I was just like, okay, no,
we got to talk about it right now.
Because every time something breaking, we always
wait.
Just jump in on the scoop. No, we usually, because me and Zam, when we jumped in and did when Mo got kicked out of Arsenal Fan TV, like our numbers were ridiculous. The amount of viewers we had,
we would get,
nobody was talking about it. We got there first, so. You know, with Vince McMahon, I thought let's just go live and get people's opinions, see what they got to say about it as well. And we've just, as we're doing the show, we see that Brock Lesnar's also fucked off, and all the stuff is just coming out. So it's next week we'll definitely be back because there's going to be more drama. In fact, it'll probably be in a couple of days.
Yeah, we might be back in 2 days. We might be back on Sunday talking about the Wall Street Journal, because I got a feeling what they're going to do is they're going to be like, all right, we're going to let this die for at least 24 hours, and then, bam, next article comes out.
Monday, we're going to pump and dump.
Yep.
We're just going to dump a load of stuff. We're going to WikiLeaks Vince McMahon.
It's going to be right before Raw goes on the air, too, and it'll be like, fuck. Now we got to talk about it. Yep.
I'm wondering if they've managed to get a hold of a woman that Vince McMahon coerced into sex that didn't sign an NDA.
That's going to be the most telling thing about all this is who's going to come out now, because there has to be somebody that's going to come out now. I can't picture it being the day he dies as the first instance of like, oh, okay, now so-and-so comes forward. I'm like, nope. If Vince McMahon retired today, then that means women have to start coming forward, assuming the NDAs, or if someone didn't sign an NDA. If the NDA is expired, then yeah. But
well, no, I think the NDAs...
you can break NDAs under certain circumstances as well. They're very flimsy. That's what I heard.
I think it depends, but I mean, the way these NDAs have been structured, I don't think they can be broken by the women in question, or they will face, serious legal consequences. But
fuck. Okay, Stephanie McMahon is kicking off SmackDown tonight.
Oh, jeez.
What time is it? Because we might actually, if this
we got 45 minutes until SmackDown.
Okay,
so just stick around.
We might be sticking around tonight, y'all. Yeah, so yeah,
we'll stick around.
Yeah, we might. It's going to be a long one. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Friday night Smack Nerds. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Sometimes the best things always happen when you do them spontaneously.
Yep.
That's what I can say.
Okay, so I guarantee...
question from Phony Beatlemaniacs. He's asking, do we reckon that Vince slept with more than one female talent? Absolutely.
Duh.
It's not a question of one or two. It's a question of how many hundreds or dozens or whatever. He is going to have a list.
I'm going to say,
I have a massive arm.
And I know I said 50 million. I think I'm going to retract it. I think I'm going to say I'm in agreement of anywhere between 20 to 35 million dollars has been spent on
an entire McMahon campaign for Senate.
Shit, that'd be the shocking thing. Oh yeah, because Shredder, I don't know if you were here, but we all had a good crack up earlier. If you go to the private chat and click on the second link and go to the time I tell you to, look at Vince's face. And these two lost their shit when they saw it. It was hilarious.
I could have used that money to shut more whores up.
So yeah, go to the link that's in the private chat and fast forward to that time and just look at his face.
That's the thing. I'm only seeing the one that you posted from, basically saying about Goldberg.
Okay, I need to copy it.
It doesn't show me the earlier private chat.
I'll copy it again. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Is this when Linda McMahon
conceded
the Senate race and Vince was crying?
Fuck.
Vince was visibly crying. Yeah, I've seen that. That was incredible.
Okay.
I got linked up if need be.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, dude, because I think I lost it.
I got it.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my legs.
Yeah, just that face.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh God, I've
$100 million of my money. God damn it. God damn it! All that money, I'm never gonna support this bitch in politics again.
I love how the camera pans
think how many
over
more
to
women
him,
I could have
too.
slept with for that money. Yeah.
That eye roll.
That face, yeah, it kills me every time. It never
I
gets
know.
old. It never gets old. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, so Stephanie's kicking off the show. Yeah, this is gonna be a long one tonight, y'all. So yeah. If anything, the opening of the show is going to be more telling than anything. Well, that and the Brock Lesnar stuff is going to be more telling than anything they do.
Again, I think the only reason that Goldberg is being brought in is purely name value and to appease Fox.
And it makes sense because, you know, Fox is reliant on the nostalgia because don't forget, they brought The Rock in the very first night they were there. So it does make sense.
Moosh cat, moosh.
Okay. Twitter.
Welcome back, Ginger.
Yeah.
What's that?
Said welcome
Thank
back.
You. Me, I came in hailing with a burp. Get ready.
So 40 minutes until SmackDown.
Yeah.
Get yourselves a drink.
Yeah, get yourselves comfortable. We're just going to be kind of shooting the shit for the next 40 minutes.
Hopefully I can get a stream that doesn't keep cutting out.
Okay, while we're waiting, did anyone see Chris Jericho endorsing white nationalists?
Yes, I did. Thanks to you.
Good segue, because I heard about the podcast with Ventura recently that just happened. Because he did a podcast with Jesse Ventura, like I think a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Ventura brought up that he hates the Republicans because of January 6th. And guess whose wife and mother-in-law were at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th?
Another shock face. I did not know this.
Well, you didn't
know
that?
No, because I don't keep up with this shit. Like, I'm like...
Chris Jericho's wife and mother-in-law were at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
Ooh, that's
cool. Shit. Wow. All right.
But yeah, I was also thinking more his endorsement of white nationalists because he's hyping up the return of Pantera.
Ooh.
Wow. Wait, Pantera are white supremacists?
The lead singer is.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Pantera. I was
he gave Nazi salutes on stage and yelled "White Power."
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Lars Ulrich, you are no longer on my most hated list because Lars Ulrich, I'm gonna download your music anyway because fuck you. But okay, the lead singer of Pantera, fuck you. That's how I feel about that. Lars Ulrich, you and I are cool now, dude. I'm still gonna download your music, but yeah.
Well, suck your dick. We cool.
I just wonder what the tour, the joint tour with Fozzy and Pantera is going to be called.
Something racist, I'm sure. That's not going to sound racist, but it is.
Hitler was okay.
Yep. And then black people will be looking at them like, yeah, not surprised at all.
These motherfuckers.
Like Undertaker, like when people are like, oh man, Undertaker's a Republican. I'm like, are you new? I've been new that he was. I'm like, are you new? This motherfucker been a Republican.
Finding non-right wingers in wrestling.
Yeah, like people that you think would be, and then you're like, "Oh, cool, you ain't okay. We cool." Like, all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so to recap, for those of you that are just joining us, we're breaking down Vince McMahon retiring, and we're just shooting the shit. We think that WWE is in for a shitstorm. Well, more necessarily, Vince McMahon is in for a shitstorm because more is going to come out. And we will be back.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
William, your eyes only. I mean Space Raiders. But not the pickled onion, the flavored one.
Not pickled onion.
No, I finished those earlier.
So to talk about fun shit, What's on y'all video game list recently? What's everyone playing right now, or what's everyone
Right
looking forward
now, I am playing Dead by Daylight.
to? Heard that one's good.
Second one.
It's not awful. I mean, if you got a good team, but I play mostly killer because I'm an asshole and I hate little kids. So,
We're getting canceled tonight. That's for sure. Yeah.
so yeah, I just like seeing little kids rage whenever I quote unquote face camp them or whatever. But it's an asymmetrical 4-on-1. So,
And this is going to be surprising. I'm actually looking forward to the new Modern Warfare coming out in October. I'm actually looking forward to that. It looks pretty decent.
Yeah, me too. Modern Warfare 2, Infinity Ward. Can't go wrong.
Infinity Ward always makes a good Call of Duties. Treyarch, they're all right, but yeah.
What's the setting for this Call of Duty?
This Call of Duty is going to be after the 2019. If you've played that one, it's after that campaign.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that one.
Trying to think of how it goes.
So World War II, Vietnam, what?
No, they bring back they're bringing back Price and all the other guys that were in this Call of Duty.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of like the OG cast and crew of the Modern Warfare, you'll want to get this one because it's a reboot, kind of remake of Call of Duty, so to speak.
Did you boys play Shredder's Revenge?
Oh,
yes.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yeah. Dude, this is a hot take. This should have been a $60 game. It really should have. With so much detail that they gave and so many references, I would have paid $60 for it.
I'm not entirely sure I agree with that, but what I will say is if they bring out some DLC, I definitely will pay for it.
I'm going to buy it, yeah.
If they bring out a character pack where you can play as the Punk Frogs or you can play as
that would be cool.
Jimbo.
I thought the touch with the Battletoads.
needed your Jimbo fucking DLC.
I thought the touch with the Battletoads, finding them was cool because I marked out for that. Like I was like, oh, cool, they got the Battletoads in this game. I'm like, that's awesome. Yeah.
And then you got a friend in the. I mean, Jose, you got a friend in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh?
I'm about to start playing Stray.
What up, Franny X? Yeah, using a different name. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're sitting here. Yeah, Bubba, we're talking about like video games and whatnot right now. We're just chilling till SmackDown, so welcome to the stream. But what's on your list right now, man? Because right now, what's on my list, I'm looking for. I'm going to be honest. I'm not looking forward to Gotham Knights so much when it comes out. I've seen the gameplay.
Terrible.
It looks kind of I'm not that excited about it.
Warner Brothers Montreal are a terrible company. Shadow of Mordor is the only game they've made that I like.
My wife loves Shadow of Mordor.
I love that game.
I'm looking forward to the new. I'm looking forward to the new Hellblade Requiem coming out, Dixie. That's going to be good. The sequel to that first one, that's coming out for I think both Xbox and PlayStation.
The first one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the one that was made by like 12 people. The first one, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Kenny Omega's coming back.
Yeah. The big money is Punk. The big money is Punk Omega, and I predict it's going to be within 6 months. They'd be stupid not to do that.
It depends if they're planning for Punk versus MJF.
If he's coming back, that is true. If I were MJF, I don't know if I'd go to WWE right now. I mean, I get it, but I don't know if I'd jump in.
Now is the best time for him to go. Now that Vince is in charge of creative, now is the perfect time to strike. And if I'm Triple H, that would be my first acquisition.
Oh, yeah, okay. Here's a topic for everybody. Who defects next and to where? Because you know it's going to happen coming up shortly.
You mean defects or gets let go?
Defects, because I think Sasha's going to AEW. She's 100% going to go to AEW.
Good guess there.
Yeah, I think Sasha's on her. I think Sasha's on her way out because Naomi. I don't know. Naomi might stick around just out of luck.
I think with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon in charge, they probably will patch things up with Naomi, namely because of who she's married to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with Sasha, I think she's on her way out. I think she's like, yo, I've done everything I'm going to do here. There's not much left for me. I got to go.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, she's already been released.
She's trying to do Hollywood now.
That's a possibility.
But she's trying to do Hollywood now. And when that doesn't work out, then she'll probably go to AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, even if she doesn't, land a big deal in a movie, I mean, I think she probably will still land solid roles in TV acting.
Yeah, she's definitely got Mandalorian. She'll be in that.
You can make good money.
Yeah.
As far as people defecting, I think WWE wise, who wants to get out? Sasha is one of the ones I know, and trying to think. I think Woods will probably. He won't necessarily defect, but I think Xavier Woods might be getting out here in the next few years. I think he's going to focus more on his video game shit. I think that's kind of what he's ready to do.
Yeah, I think by the time he hits 40, he said he's going to be done anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
he's got a lot of things to fall back on. He's going to be fine.
Yeah. Shinsuke, are we thinking Shinsuke might go? AJ? Maybe?
No, I think AJ said he plans to retire in WWE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's basically said his current deal is his last deal in pro wrestling. He's not going anywhere.
So he's going to retire here soon. Okay.
I can't see anyone else leaving in terms of loyalty to Vince.
Yeah.
Wrestling wise. The board are not the board, but behind the scenes stuff, they're a bunch of kiss asses. So they'll suck up to whoever's a boss, but they'll probably a lot of them will get kicked out.
And this is going to sound so random, but when you first told me the news, here's who I thought of. I thought of Norman Osborn in Spider-Man. The minute that came out, I'm like, you can't do this to me. I took over this company from my father. You know how much I sacrificed? And then he's like, oh, Jim or so-and-so. I'm so sorry. I could picture Vince doing that. Like when they told him, like, dude, it's over. Like, you got to go. Because I think that's probably how the meeting went backstage of, like, it's time to get out.
Oh, yeah. There's no way he took that lane down.
Yeah.
Now that Vince is gone, I can see a couple of defections potentially from AEW in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Going to WWE. So no, not so much guys who were in WWE previously, but I can see WWE perhaps trying to pick up a few talents from AEW. So potentially Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah,
that's one they might take a chance on.
And you want to know? Oh, go ahead.
Another acquisition I think they might try and go for, which probably wouldn't have happened under Vince McMahon, the Acclaimed.
Okay. You know, I'd bring in Brian Pillman Jr.
They could go for FTR again, as well.
You know, I'd bring in Brian. I'd have Steve Austin introduce him. That'd be kind of cool. Like, I was best friends with Brian. I could kind of see them doing that. That'd be kind of cool if they kind of did a little bit of a throwback or something like that.
Another way they could introduce Brian Pillman Jr. is if they bring back Harry Smith.
That would be good.
I thought he was an agent for them. No,
No. He's been released. Harry Smith is working for the NWA.
Okay. Is Finley?
Yeah, Harry Smith is not with them. Yeah.
Is David Finley still kind of roaming around? Because that'd be another name. I'm shocked they haven't picked him up.
Yeah, he's been working New Japan.
Okay. Because that's a name I'm shocked that AEW hadn't gone for yet. I'm like, I thought you'd go for at least a Finley.
Yeah, but I think he's under contract to New Japan.
Okay. Yeah, I could see the Acclaim going there. I could see them definitely fighting for FTR if they get their fucking tag division together.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go for FTR again.
I could already see Jericho going back. When his deal's up with AEW now, he's like, yo, I'm going in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to sign a Legends deal and sit the fuck out.
I hope he does go back just purely because he's stinking up AEW.
Oh, yeah, we could talk about that. Did you guys see that fucking finish the other night? Like, I did not. Oh, it was one of the worst I've ever seen. It's probably been the worst since the barbed wire match.
Do elaborate.
Yeah.
Oh, the exploding barbed wire ring.
Yeah, it's the worst I've seen since that.
That's pretty high bar to go too.
The finish was like, I guess, like one guy shoves into the other because I think Sammy Guevara was involved in this, and then Eddie Kingston does this horrible fucking Judas effect. It looked like it was the most horrendous shit I ever seen, and it's hard to find because YouTube or AEW loves to copyright people, and you can't.
So Eddie
find it
Kingston was again involved in a terrible finish.
Yeah, this is the second time he's been involved in something so crappy.
I don't get the hype around that guy either. Overcut said, time to hire Jim Cornette for a season or two. No,
fuck Jim Cornette. Fuck him.
Fuck Jim Cornette. He's old school. We don't need old school. We need new school mentality to come in.
Well, it depends. I mean, I would quite like to see Bret Hart's mentality brought back.
That would actually be entertaining to watch.
That's different. That's a wrestling thing, but
I'm in the midst of watching the Sami Zayn Stone Cold interview right now, and he puts over Bret Hart big time. Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned Brian Pillman Jr. Imagine Bret Hart introducing Harry Smith and Brian Pillman Jr. as the new Hart Foundation.
Oh, I would watch that.
I'd watch it. Because you could have Bret out there kind of as a manager. I'd like to see Bret kind of brought back in the fold a little bit. Maybe even have him come out and cuss out Goldberg just to be like, oh my God. They're TV-14 now, so they could technically get away with it.
Yeah. They have to get rid of the commentary team.
Yes.
Get the fuck out. To retire.
Or let's loosen up our commentators.
Huh?
Which promotion are you referring to with the commentators?
Both, really.
Yeah, I'm going to say this.
Look, I'll say this for
AEW. Has been entertaining. I'll say that.
AEW. When Excalibur and Taz are together, they're great. But I enjoy them. But I can't fucking stand Excalibur with anyone else. And Jim Ross should have never been hired in the first place.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, like, okay, I love JR, but are we ready for JR to go? I am. Sorry, I am. I love him.
I was ready years ago.
Yeah.
Supposedly they have got a TV deal for Ring of Honor now, which I'll be glad to see because I quite liked Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman as a commentary team.
That Briscoe FTR match is going to be fucking insane too at Death Before Dishonor. I can't wait to.
That entire card looks great.
It's going to be insane.
Jonathan Gresham versus Claudio Castagnoli.
Oh,
that's going to be a banger.
Yeah,
lovely.
Jay Lethal, Samoa Joe.
Oh, yay!
That would be interesting. I'd like to see that.
I got an update, boys and girls. Okay, Fightful Select reports the following. There was a rampant and unconfirmed rumors among the talent that they expect to be the next to leave WWE, which means let's fucking hope, because I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Shredder hit on the fact of why he'll probably go as well because of what he did.
But my dad, he saved the tape. No one gives a fuck. I don't care if your dad saved the tapes and they gave you a job for life. Fuck you, Beaver Boy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I had to apologize to the guy, and the next thing you know, he's crying. He's making fun of my teeth and all that kind of shit. I had to apologize to the guy, and he's sitting there crying. And it was the only time, folks, that I apologized, but I never really meant what I said.
It's not a bad Jim Cornette impersonation, by the way, Dehoza.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, okay, good mic work. That's a guy you all should follow on Twitter. I'm going to plug him religiously. Forget all the other fucked up shit Vince McMahon has done. His handling of the Stan Kroenke situation alone will be 100 times worse than anything Tony Khan will ever say or do. I have no idea how the fuck hugging a wrestler or tweeting out a joke can tangle up so many panties. Well, yeah, when you're in that tribalism shit, people will say crazy things.
Wait, what did you do with Stan Kroenke?
The Stan Kroenke thing was a fucked up thing. Okay, for those that don't know, I live in Colorado. I was going to go to the Raw that was booked here in, I think, June of 2009, but it got double booked by the Denver Nuggets, and Vince McMahon and Stan Kroenke had some of the most pettiest beef that you would ever fucking believe. It was so sad.
Well, it's because the Nuggets made the playoffs, didn't they?
Yep. And
which
we
wasn't expected.
Don't. Yeah, because we typically don't. And we faced the Lakers the first round. We still lost, but yeah.
Yeah, so the Nuggets made the playoffs, so they obviously needed their arena.
Yep, and they had to move the show to L.A., and for years, Vince did not come here. He said, fuck Denver, and we didn't get shit for years. Ooh. It's probably the thing that's pissed me off the most about Vince McMahon.
And he did a tag match, didn't he? Where where one side was wearing Lakers jerseys and the other side was wearing the Nuggets jerseys.
And here's a fun fact: do you guys know who got fired that night? I know Shredder knows, but do you guys know?
Nope. Who?
Mr. Kennedy.
He was fired because Orton complained after he got dropped on his head.
Yep, botched the
Ooh.
suplex. Yep. Orton read him the riot act, pulled the "that doesn't work for me, brother" routine, and Kennedy got out of a job. And then he went to Impact, and yeah,
Smashed it there. It was fucking great in Impact.
He did okay in Impact, but I mean, towards the end, I mean, didn't they let him go because he failed a drug test?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I remember he took a booking and he actually took a booking in Scotland for ICW, and the entire crowd was chanting at him, "Fuck TNA."
Yeah.
And Anderson got the microphone and he said, "Yeah, I don't work for them anymore anyway either, so fuck TNA."
And you want to know the craziest thing that we never mentioned throughout this entire podcast? TNA is still alive.
Yeah.
That is something that I honestly thought wouldn't happen either, because they've survived every fucking thing.
If we have a total economic collapse and the whole world crumbles and
they will still survive,
TNA will still be around.
They are the cockroaches of wrestling.
Oh yeah, because they'll still live. They survived Hogan.
I mean, they might be booking Disco Inferno versus Cody Deaner in the main event, but they'll still be around.
They'll still
be around. We would have colonized Mars and left Earth, and TNA will still be on.
Are we excited for the old man's last match? Because I know we haven't talked about that, but fuck no. No. He looks winded lacing up his boots. I saw the photo. I'm like, he looks horrible. Ric Flair needs to sit his old ass down.
Another serial sex pest that could just piss off.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of the card actually looks really good. It looks like a solid independent show.
But nobody in their right mind is gonna pay $280 American to see the show. I'm not doing that. Yeah.
I don't know. You might get some crazy marks, but I don't know. Will they fill out a stadium? Probably not.
No.
Depends what it is.
Oh, okay. No DQ. Y'all are a godsend. We're going to read some reaction comments by wrestlers that worked for Vince. Mick Foley, thank you, Vince, for everything. You changed my life. Paige, thank you, Vince, for everything. You've been nothing but nice to me, and I appreciate everything you've done for wrestling. William Regal, thank you very much, boss. 21 years of a great job traveling the world. Without your help, I wouldn't live to see a second of it. JBL.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
JBL, you changed the entire entertainment world and how we view the entertainment, from Iraq to Afghanistan to the first group to visit the Twin Towers and all the charity work you have funded. Yep. Like I fucking said, I don't need to keep reading. Here we go. They're going to fucking whitewash Vince and paint him as Jesus. And it's already started.
Those are some of the finest. I'm sorry.
Tax rebates.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if imagine if this was all this is coming out. There's probably going to be more coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how this is going to look if some of the allegations that the Wall Street Journal publishes are much more serious, and we're talking proper, full-on sexual coercion, potentially even rape.
If
that ever comes out, how is it going to look? These guys all praising Vince McMahon when he's basically potentially, let's say all this stuff comes out, wrestling's version of Jimmy Savile.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so if this happens, I want you guys to think before you answer this. Are we taking the Chris Benoit approach toward Vince McMahon? If it gets that severe, really think before you answer it, because
No, because the wrestling world doesn't give a fuck about women being sexually assaulted. It has a general negative view towards women, and so I can't see it getting the same kind of neuting as Benoit did.
I have to second exactly what Ginger's saying on that. There's no way in hell they'll just see him as a poonhound, basically, if any of that comes out.
I think what they're going to do is they're not necessarily going to fully Chris Benoit him, but I think it's going to be, Vince McMahon was a pioneer, and that's it. They will distance themselves as much as they can from him without actually mentioning him. They might reference him, but he won't get directly mentioned all that much. If it got that serious, at least I think it would go.
I think it depends on how serious any of these allegations get. Now, if we are talking full-on rape, let's say Vince McMahon was the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
He is going to basically get the Chris Benoit treatment if that is the case. If, however, it's a case of, okay, we get more NDAs coming out, we get more reports that, okay, he had divas blow him on an airplane. He paid more money, to get women to stay quiet. Then no, I don't think it'll be a case. He won't get the Benoit treatment. I think if we get full blown Harvey Weinstein level allegations, yes, it'll be the Chris Benoit treatment.
And how this will affect the WWE, the stock will be taking some hits, guaranteed. If it comes out that severe, then that's when I expect it to be 1-2, 1-2, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, and then they'll just ride the wave and get things back to normal. For cuts, anyone posting positive comments is going to get called out. Yes.
Yeah, for real, because that's what we do. That's what we do. We don't take no shit here. I mean,
no, not us. It's just talking about anyone like on Twitter and all that.
Oh yeah, like McFoley, for example, because he says, "Come on, Foley." I mean, the positive comments. Okay, in some ways,
what if he's a fraud? Like, what if he's raped countless amounts of women?
Yeah, I definitely would be holding off on this kind of thing until we know what the hell the Wall Street Journal is going to come out with.
Yeah, because now I'm seeing all the whitewashing of thank you, Vince, thank you, Vince, thank you, Vince. Without you, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't even go that far. I would just say thank you and move on. Like, I'd keep it at that.
Keep it at that, but you can also say, look, I don't know anything about the personal stuff, but personally, our relationship between me and Vince, blah, 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 he's always been good to me, kind of thing. But because then you can say, well, I didn't know that he sexually assaulted women and all this kind of stuff, though it was pretty well fucking known in WWE anyway that he did what he did. Best thing is just stay silent or a quick thank you, Vince, and leave it at that.
Yeah, I'd keep it at a thank you, Vince. Leave it alone.
I mean, it could be very, very awkward for a lot of people. I mean, for example, I don't know if you guys, by any chance, caught William Regal's podcast where he spoke about the day he gave a statement about Chris Benoit.
I did, and here's the thing. Even before the podcast, I kind of had that inkling that it was going to happen because I remember hearing around that time in 2007, reports came out even then that JBL went up to William Regal and said, "You don't think he did any of this, do you?" Even then, that was being talked about. And I'm like, that I already knew, but it's surprising how many people didn't know that William Regal said that, because when Regal spoke, something right there in the back of my mind clicked. I don't know what it was, but I don't know if you guys have ever had that sense of like something goes on in the back of your brain and you're like, oh shit. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had those moments.
I've had those.
For me, it was one of those moments.
A lot of people remember William Regal's interview for the Raw's Benoit show, the infamous Raw's Benoit show, where unfortunately a lot of people picked it up and thought, okay, Regal knows. Yeah, Regal knew what had happened, when actually, he just been all he had just heard is JBL saying, "You don't think he did this, do you?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Regal had that sharp sense of like, what? Oh shit, yeah, like, oh shit. And then, do you notice too, if you go back and watch it, you remember how like in the beginning of the show they praised him as a family man, and then like, and then like after JBL spoke, they just strictly kept it professional. Like they just said Chris Benoit is one of the best of all time, and they left it at that. And like what also gave it away was, okay, if you go back and watch JBL's demeanor, what clicked too was when he said, "I don't want to be here doing this." I'm like, that's something I really thought I'd never hear JBL say. Is like, "I don't want to be here." I'm like, whoa, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, that really took a dark turn, didn't it?
Because it was the moment that he said that, I'm like, oh shit, okay, something happened. And then if I remember right, reports were going on as Raw was on the air. Yeah, is when you find out that this actually happened. I think it was right as Regal was speaking, it started to come out. Yeah, that he did this, because that's what I remember.
But Regal's statement was pre-taped.
Yes, so, it was.
He'd made this long before. that news report had come out saying that police believe that Chris Benoit had committed double murder-suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I remember when Regal did that, and it was just like, whoa. And Regal even said too, he's like, "This is the only time I'm talking about it. I can't do it any more than this, and I'm not going to."
Yeah,
like I get that I have to talk about him in matches, but I can't sit here and humanize him. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading some stuff.
Yeah, it's all good. Things are. Oh, okay.
I understand.
Solo Monster is doing his. Yeah, Dave LaGreca, I agree. Craziest day in the business ever. Of course, here we go. Grandpa, you've made my life better every day since I've been in the wrestling business. You're the only promoter in my career that treated me like a man, respected who I was, and made me a better person. God bless you for all you've done. FYI, no one can follow your act. And that is from the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Talk about trying to get a fucking job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of slurp, slurp, slurp right there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for letting me helicopter my dick in front of a woman.
Yep.
Fuck Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Again, much like Hogan, love the mannerisms, but the person is just.
Oh yeah, the person's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. The last memorable thing he did in wrestling was his promo with Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which absolutely made me piss myself laughing. I love Jay Lethal. Just fucking immense talent.
Yeah, okay.
He's a shitty person as well, Jay Lethal, isn't he? Had some accusations.
Yeah, he's had some accusations. Jay Lethal said and done some shit.
Taylor Hendricks made some accusations against him that he was trying to basically coerce her into sex in exchange for a push.
Yep. Okay, y'all need to be like Titus O'Neil, wrestlers, because Titus kept it short. All he did was post a picture and just said, "Vince McMahon, thank you for everything," and left it at that. I'm like, that's how y'all need to do this, because until more comes out, I wouldn't say
Titus should not be thanking Vince for anything. Titus got fucking buried by Vince.
Well, yeah. Titus is the consummate professional. He's that kind of dude. He's going to be one of those dudes that he'll never say a bad thing about him. As long
you wait till Vince dies, then he'll fucking come out and say that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Shit. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be surprised if Titus never says anything. I think he told them, "Y'all keeping me on for life. If I don't have to work and I just get to go tour the country and promote how WWE is, and y'all are paying me, I'm good with that."
Well, yeah, I mean, he makes his money as an ambassador. You know, he's an ambassador. Doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many of the You Shoot series you guys have watched, but there are some guys who just will not say a bad word against Vince McMahon. Rikishi, for example, is one of them. Yeah. I mean, he played the What's in the Bag game. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yeah.
Right, Ginger Greek. If you ever get a chance, look it up. It's a game. It's called What's in the Bag. They have what's a random wrestler's gem bag, and they pull out an item which is kind of like an old Rorschach test. So you've got to come up with the first name in the business that comes to mind. Right. So they pull out things like a bottle of Jack Daniels. You typically get answers like Freebirds or The Undertaker for that one. Yep. They pull out a bag of weed, which would be Rob Van Dam, Sabu, guys like that. And one of the things they also pull out is like a bottle of pills. So they pull out a bottle of pills, shake it up, and Rikishi, for example, when he got that one, he answered Vince McMahon, and but here's the thing, when he got the look from Charlotte Oliver, he just said multivitamins.
Oh, nice cover.
Nice cover.
Nice. I mean. Cornette, for example, when he did that one and he played the game, they shook up the bottle of pills. He says, "Oh, come on now. I wouldn't want anyone doing that to me. I mean, I'm not going to give you a name you've not heard before, like Shawn Michaels."
Wow.
Dropping shade.
Under the bus.
Yeah.
Under the bus.
I'd like to see that fight. Who would win, the Click versus the BSK? That would be a fight right there. You got the Godwins. You got the Godfather. You got the Dead Man.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, isn't the Godfather a legit badass?
Oh yeah, you don't fuck with Charles Wright. He's one of those dudes. He's on that list of like Meng and Andre the Giant of guys you leave alone. Yeah,
yeah.
He's on
taking his shit and wasn't screwed with in the locker room at all.
Okay, I can confirm this now because I know it's 3 hours late, but John Laurinaitis is effectively done. So that's another Vince McMahon guy we don't have to worry about. He's out.
Yeah.
Oh, the Divas can rest easy now.
Yep.
No more signing the wrong one-legged wrestler.
Yeah. Wow, who would have thought? Okay, 20 years ago they brought back DX and only for Triple H to turn on Shawn Michaels, and then 20 years later, holy shit, it's like Triple H and all them outlasted Vince McMahon almost. It's crazy. Wow, how times have changed. Yeah, Wrestle Features, I agree on Twitter. Roman Reigns versus Goldberg is a horrible idea. Yeah, it's like Shredder said, it's for name value. That's about it.
Yeah.
You got to squeeze as much money out of Goldberg as you can. Plus, you don't want him going to AEW. Not that he would have really much name value in AEW, but
who Goldberg will get booed in AEW.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking would want him there. Brock Lesnar probably as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he got booed.
I don't know about booed, but he would not get much.
Oh, he would. He wouldn't last. Like, picture this if it was like John Cena going to TNA in 2006. If John Cena went to TNA in 2006, he'd be irrelevant in 6 months.
Yeah.
That's what it would take. It'd be the same thing for guys like Brock and Goldberg, although it would take them less time.
Yeah, I agree.
I could totally see, like, now I could see, like, WWE guys being all like, yeah, now I'm just going to hang around for a little bit before I even ask for my release, because now that Vince is out of the fucking picture, I'm not going to jump ship just yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opinion. I just want to see things burn. I just want to watch it.
Oh, you're seeing it right now. It's going to get worse before it gets
5 minutes.
Breaking out the marshmallows and getting ready to roast over the corpse.
Okay. Anybody got a link or anything? Because I don't. Actually, no. Hold up. Let me see what time. Let me see what time mine comes on, because I think I'm on a delay. So you guys might have to give me the play-by-play or something.
Well, hang on. Let me see if I can find a link.
But I'm watching mine on the live stream, so it'll probably keep cutting out and dying.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not a torrent, because I don't have a VPN, so I can't.
No.
Okay.
Just I can drop you a link in the private chat.
Okay.
I'll drop a link to site I'm using.
Right, nice one.
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see what time it comes on, and then because I'm on a delay here, being on the West Coast, which kind of sucks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the link I was going to drop him as well. Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second, and then I'll click it, and then we'll watch SmackDown. Because, guys, just to let you know, this is the first time, and it may be one of the only times we actually do a live watch-along of SmackDown. The only reason we're doing this, to recap for those of you that are joining us, Vince McMahon legitimately announced his retirement today. And we're up here talking about it, and Stephanie McMahon is kicking off the show. So, yeah.
I can't remember the last time I watched.
Actually, guys, I'm going to have to bow out because I need to eat. My blood sugar is
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you want to come back afterwards, let us know. If not, it's been a great pleasure having you.
Yep.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
take care,
brother.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Bye.
By the way,
Bye. Oh shit! I just cut him off. Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Oops. Well, drop your thing in the comment.
Plot twist. Stephanie McMahon is going to cut a promo comparing Vince's ousting to 9/11.
Dude, if they do that, like, that's the end right there. That's the end. I'm like, all right, I'm done. What a way to go out. Nope, it's over.
You stupid bitch. Oh my god.
Plot twist, I'm expecting Michael Cole and Pat McAfee to fucking bury flat out Brock Lesnar.
They're going to bury Brock Lesnar, and then Shane McMahon's going to come out, money. I'm going to fight Roman Reigns, and I'll win the title.
Yep.
That's not going to happen. I'm just joking. Shane's gone. He's gone.
Yeah,
They're not going to bring in another McMahon. They want to get rid of all of the McMahons.
Or they'll bring in an illegitimate McMahon like the Von Erichs did.
Mate, I'm telling you, there's about 20 illegitimate McMahons out there.
Oh yeah, he got baby mamas everywhere.
Yeah, he got baby mamas everywhere.
Or do you think he's got more illegitimate kids than Rocky Johnson?
Maybe.
Possibly. No.
Oh, he's about to compliment I do.
Yeah.
Huh?
Poor Sting. Yeah, poor Sting. Yeah, Sting should have never went to the WWE. I still hold up by that.
Oh, I just saw the comment now.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes that should have never fucking went.
Oh yeah.
Sting is a fucking.
Well, I mean, in
specimen.
fairness, I think if he'd gone a couple of years earlier, he could have had the dream match with the Undertaker at least.
Yeah, he should have
Yeah.
went back then.
Yeah. But Elon Musk hosts and buys WWE.
Shit.
Fuck, that's a fate worse than death for the employees there.
Yeah.
You sneezed, you're fired.
Yep, mass exodus. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't agree with the purchase is a pedo.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're a nonce, you're a fucking nonce. My father made his fortune from diamonds in apartheid, South Africa.
All right, come on, Daily Motion. God damn it. Work.
Oops, what did I just press?
Well, I've got an advert about Senator Ellen Warnock.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
I'm at John Foy
Yeah,
Associates.
that's just come up for me too. So
It's going to keep buffering for me, but we'll make it work. If nothing else, you guys are here to provide play-by-play in case one of us misses
Yeah, we can
something.
do play-by-play for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to put my headphones in, I think.
Yeah, because we don't want to get taken down for copyright. So
yeah,
guys, just for those of you watching, this is now turned into Watch-A-Long for SmackDown, because for those of you that are just joining us, Vince McMahon has announced his retirement today. It's legit. It's not a joke.
Oh, fool.
Yeah. He really has retired. It's the end of an era, but at the same time, it's long overdue.
and the question now is what's coming out next.
Yep. And you know we will be back. So you don't have to worry about that because we're going to be back within like a week or so, maybe even less than that.
We'll be back every hour.
Yep. It'll be like the Wall Street Journal says that Vince McMahon threw a hissy fit. All right, we're up here to talk about that.
Yeah.
I know the talent. I know the talent is breathing a sigh of relief right now, being like, "We can sneeze again! Yay! Finally!"
Here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. I just need to move my camera a wee bit.
I got a fucking ad, so I'm going to be in delay, but it don't matter.
All right. Tell you what, I'll move my camera here.
Yep. Here's the intro.
Can you hear this?
No.
Good.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
Are you ready?
Then, now, together, forever. Yeah, Vince. Come on. Let's try a different one.
Do love the theme song for SmackDown. Oh, here we go. Stephanie McMahon is coming out.
All right. Hate her fucking theme song, by the way.
Yes, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, okay, they're in Boston. Cool. All right.
Gary, you're like an hour late with the news.
Oh, she's already in the ring. Okay.
Bye, Felicia. Well, the crowd are booing that he's retired. Dickheads. Oh, she's getting all emotional.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Why are you booing this?
Now they're all, thank you, Vince.
Oh, my God. Well, I knew this was coming. No. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. And like the puppets they are, thank you, Vince.
Number one trending, Vince McMahon. Yeah, do you know why?
No shit. You really have to thank the fucking commentators?
I'm not fucking thanking Vince. Fuck you, Vince. You ruined the fucking business. Fuck you, Vince.
Yeah, for real.
I love you, Dad. Into the camera.
We are woke as fuck. You might as well just come out and say it. We're progressive as fuck. That's the direction we're going to go.
When's that coming out now?
Thank you, Vince.
Oh, God, he's leading a chant.
Oh, my God.
Oh, straight away. Thank you, Vince. And then they just go straight with
Oh, okay. The Street Profits are coming out.
Street
Okay.
Profits.
Well, okay. Yeah, if you're looking for Vince McMahon news, that's all you're going to get out of this because they won't do shit else.
No, because you know Vince doesn't want it either.
Yep.
But if that's all we getting, Jesus fucking Christ.
If that's all we're getting, there's no need to watch the rest of this because we already know how it's going to go.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep
depends.
watching for a little bit.
I'm very curious just to hear if McAfee and Cole
Bury
say
Lesnar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And see if they buried Lesnar. All right, this is what we're going to do. Fuck this. I'm going to go to it myself. Oh, shit. Okay. All right.
Wait, Jeff Jarrett is coming. I didn't even know Jeff Jarrett was back in the company.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett is now the guest referee for the Usos versus Street Profits.
You can literally shit on anyone in the WWE and they'll still fucking bring you back.
Yep.
All right, get on with it. Fucking hell, these entrances take forever.
Yeah, no shit, right?
That's it, mate. You flex your guns. What are they doing? They're throwing their cum all over the place. I bet they don't let the wrestlers say anything to Vince.
Well, I don't think Vince is going to be there.
No, Vince won't be there.
I mean, there was a report recently that Vince and Kevin Dunn were both missing from TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, although the speculation.
Like today?
No, not today's show. I think it was the Raw taping.
Oh.
But the speculation is that it might not have had anything to do with this. It might have been they were actually attending John Cena's wedding.
Oh, yeah, because he did get married. Congratulations to John Cena.
Well, this was the second time he married.
Yeah.
Because they got married during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody could attend, so they decided to do the wedding again.
So he dumped Nikki Bella because he didn't want to get married and have kids, and then he ends up getting married and having kids.
Well, Cena's been married before.
I know he was married before.
Yeah.
He got married young and he didn't want to do it again.
Well, I don't know why I don't know the specifics of why his relationship with Nikki Bella ended, but he met somebody else in 2019 and they got married.
Their relationship ended because Nikki Bella wanted to have kids and John Cena didn't.
Yep.
Sadly, I watched Divas.
Okay, here comes Theory out now. Like, hey, motherfuckers.
Yeah, what's he got to say?
Vince retires, I retire.
I retire, pal. Actually, yeah, that is kind of true. I do kind of care about what you're going to do. I care if you're going to get wrecked or I care if you're going to win.
Mm.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Wait, did he say Brock Lesnar?
No, don't think he did.
He said Bobby Lashley.
Oh, Bobby Lashley.
Oh yeah, because he's facing Bobby Lashley for the U.S. title.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
WWE, we're not doing rematches. Also, WWE, we're doing rematches again. What the fuck? Pick one.
What's that?
Okay, now he says, yeah, I'm going to cash in on one or the other. So apparently it's still ongoing. And here come the Usos just to say, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Hey, is anybody else getting visions of Vince McMahon explaining his retirement to Austin Theory? And it's like when Mr. Burns explains why Smithers won't be his heir because he's going to be buried alive with him.
Say it again. Sorry, mate.
I'm saying I get visions of Vince McMahon explaining to Austin Theory that when he retires, it's very similar to when Mr. Burns explains to Smithers that he's going to be buried alive with him, which is why he won't inherit any of Mr. Burns' money.
Probably. Sorry, one second.
That's Austin Theory's fate. He's going to be buried alive with Vince.
Okay, are we going to get Teddy the Turtle and set up an impromptu tag team match player? Oh, yeah, here we go. Throwing family shade because we're, trying to push it now.
What's going on
Yeah,
now?
here we go. They got to fight. Theory had to go and be like Reggie Miller instigating shit.
Is this now going to
Are we going to have a tag team match player?
Yeah, is he going to come out now, Teddy Long? Hold up, player.
Oh, okay,
No,
Madcap Moss.
No, if Teddy Long comes out, he'll declare that Theory has to go one-on-one
with the
His
Undertaker.
neighbor having a shower. Fucking paranoid bitch.
All right, so here we go. We got a brawl to start SmackDown. They're all fighting.
Dawkins just launched himself out of the ring.
Okay, so we know tonight's main event, 6-man tag match. Either that or they're going to do this coming back from commercial. Okay, they're going to do the suicide dive. That
was a weird opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with Cheeto that this opening to SmackDown was as bad as a Trump rally.
Yeah,
I agree.
You could tell this is going to be a Vince McMahon show, even though he retired. They're going to be like, all right, we're going to do everything you wrote or tore up, and we'll try to do what we make sense of it until SummerSlam. And then after SummerSlam, it's a new beginning.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't think I need to watch any more of this.
Yeah, you're not going to miss anything. I mean,
I don't think so. And even if they do, we're not going to catch it on the stream. It's not really relevant. So,
we could wrap it up now, I guess.
I think we can wrap it up, guys. 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Nice long stream. Came out of nowhere. Okay. Everyone that joined us in the chat, thank you very much for joining us. Wait, my camera's over here. It's not there.
Yep.
And, of course, Hosea, Shredder, and Dixie that joined me, and Cheeto for a brief moment as well. Yep. Thank you all for joining us. And that is it. Vince McMahon is retired. It's a great day to be alive.
And we will be back.
And we will be back. We'll probably be coming back every hour with crazy fucking news. But
we'll see what the Wall Street Journal brings up.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Take it easy. All the best.
Very much.
Yeah, like and subscribe.